We have finally made it once again to another tournament grand finals hosted on Populous Reincarnated. If you haven't been following, then how the heck did you find this video? We are here for the resync grand finals. Now we've resunk, I win, I'm the grand champion. And I'll see you all next year. No, we are here for the grand finals of the Invisible Cup. Here's the tournament where we conceal the identities of the players. And so, here we are. Yellow tribe, yellow position. It is Firestorm. Pretty much had to fight their entire way here. Didn't receive a buy at all. Their opponent, red tribe, red position. Their map pick, their base pick. It is Erode. And as is a tradition that is sometimes observed when grand finals are involved, and sometimes not, I'm once again joined by The Beginning, also known as Craig. How are you doing?
Thanks for having me, Drew. I am very excited to watch this finale. I've been following this all the way through. I haven't commentated every game, obviously, but I've been following your uploads on YouTube, and I'm very excited by these two players here. And, you know, I've been very confused about who's who. I'm seeing everyone's guesses. Is it Nissi? Is it Spinifex? But as someone who's watched a lot of tournament games, I've never watched any tournament game that includes Spinifex Levenji, so I don't know anything really about him. Is he capable of taking down the GOAT? If it is him, obviously.
Yes, so Spinifex has been probably the most guessed. For people who are wondering why Craig's said Spinifex there, Spinifex has been the most guessed name for Erode. And Spinifex is not a player who typically shows up in tournaments. So if Erode is Spinifex, that is probably one of the bigger surprises of the entire roster. Why it's relevant that Spinifex is showing up, he is easily one of our top 5 players, and a lot of people peg him as having the best shaman in the entire game, even better than Nissi's in terms of just raw shaman control. There are other elements that people would look at Nissi and say, well, he's strategically better, he's got more macro skills, but in terms of just raw shaman, a lot of people say Spinifex is the best. So if anyone can take a fight to a player like Nissi, who everyone has been guessing Firestorm is, it is Spin. So we'll have to see.
And this is a best of 5, and we're going straight into it with Idril, aren't we? It's probably the most popular map, and it's one of those maps that really tests a player's ability to perform under pressure. And that's, like you said, the shaman skills of Erode, potentially being Spinifex here, are going to come into play. But Nissi is no walkover. If he is Firestorm, he's no walkover either. So shamans, I don't know. Like I said, I've not seen enough of Spinifex, but I have seen enough of Erode to know that he's a good player. So let's just see how this early game plays out. Our players are quite defensive minded for the first 3 minutes here, building up their bases, and their populations are very equal.
Well, Erode doesn't have the Earthquake yet. Firestorm does, so we should see Firestorm coming forward, and in fact, it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. We have Ghost Army coming straight down here. Looks like Firestorm is actually just going to leave instead of throwing out the typical frontline Earthquake that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, it's just a couple of blasts and then backed off there. So this is a final, so maybe players are playing it a bit more safe than they normally would. They obviously can recognise they're up against a strong opponent here, because, like you said, both players have fought their way here. Firestorm's fought his way here from round 1. And Erode hasn't had an easy path here either. His game versus Swarm was quite tough. That was the best of 3 as well, wasn't it? All the way to the end.
Yes, yeah. Very almost lost to Swarm. Had a bit more of a one-sided best of 5 though against Bloodlust. I think that was a lot less close than his match against Swarm.
Okay, Shaman's coming in now. We've obviously got Erode here with his own Earthquake now. Last battle occurring.
Ghost Army does empty out that tower, so that frontline Fire Warrior is gonna not interrupt the blast battles. But now, look at how quick those blasts are coming out.
Yeah, the both followed by Erode. Gonna push him in the water, perhaps he is. Is Firestorm gonna go down? The Earthquakes come out. And he just survives the blast. Does Firestorm. Hit by the lava low. He's on low health, but he's okay. He survived. Earthquake, not massive. Not massive damage there by the Earthquake.
those of you new to Populous who have once again somehow made your way to the grand finals video. The lava damage is an animation. It looks like Yellow Shaman does go down there to some well-placed blasts. The lava damage is an animation, and casting a spell is also an animation. So you replace the lava damage animation with a new animation, and your Shaman will stop burning.
We've got a double warrior hut here from Erode. He's building a second one at the front of his base. Now he's taken out Firestorm Shaman. He has got a bit of control here if he takes out these towers, perhaps. The center player, he's built towers in a very sort of defensive manner. He's not gone for the normal way of building huts there to get higher population. And as I'm saying this, we've got warriors coming in from Firestorm through the center.
Yes, it looks like the warriors are going to come on in here, probably empty out this defense. No, they are being pulled away. So it looks like Yellow values the lives of these warriors and sort of building up a clump.
Oh, but at the same time, Firestorm Shaman's gone down again to the blast of Erode. Now he's going to push in. He's got another Earthquake. He's cast it on the defense, and here we've got huts. Depending on this way it could go, this could be a dent of the population. We see Firestorm running his men back now. It's a decent Earthquake. It's causing a lot of hassle. It's killed a couple of followers there. You see, we've got a population lead for Erode's, for Firestorm still of 8. So, even though the Earthquakes have hit him, he hasn't cast any himself yet, and he's charging those spells up ready to use when he does eventually maybe kill Erode's Shaman.
Absolutely. We're seeing a bit of a dangerous position for the Yellow Tribe player. This sort of area of the Yellow base is typically viewed as the base's weakness, and as it starts to get opened up by earthquakes like this, it does set up an opportunity for a dangerous trade in the sort of mid-game.
We're seeing another blast battle going on now. It looks like Erode's got the better of Firestorm so far, knocking Firestorm onto the lower ground. So obviously Erode has higher elevation, can blast further, but Firestorm's made his way back up, but being knocked back down again. More goes to clear out the tower.
I don't think there's anything more annoying when you're playing Populous than when you're trying to get up a hill. Someone just keeps pushing you back down that hill.
Very good play by Firestorm to keep that Fire Warrior in the tower and make him target that Shaman as well. The Shaman is on low health, and he's filled the other tower as well. He needs to back away very quickly, otherwise he could die. He has backed away. But here come the Fire followers. I should say the follow from Firestorm. Couple of tornadoes, 3 tornadoes in fact.
Good spell, Tornado. Good, it's ripped open Red's defense here.
It swings map control back in the favour almost of Firestorm. He's got some swarms now to clear the towers as well, but Erode's not going to let him get any further. His Shaman is here, ready to stop him.
Double warrior training hut for Erode, not actually being used at the moment. He's only got 3 warriors to Firestorm's 10.
Oh, an early lightning from Firestorm has missed the mark though, so that 800 points of mana has just been wasted, and both Shamans have sort of reset. He's got a second, has he? Oh, it's a bold play. It's an interesting play for Firestorm. You don't normally see players of this caliber charging lightning this early on.
I mean, there's value in it. As much as people like to hate on the lightning ability, you know, there's a lot of value in catching a Shaman off guard, getting a kill, and opening up an opportunity. Had Red died there, all those warriors were on the front line, just ready to charge in. The damage could have been huge. So I think the light was a smart choice. It's a shame that it missed for Firestorm.
Firestorm's opted to go to the centre now. He's tried to go through the front, but he's going to go, you know what, I've got 2 earthquakes, I'm going to go to the centre. He's got some huts there as well, now has Erode, so if there's a prime real estate really for getting some earthquakes in, causing some damage. His Shaman's there as well, so his Shaman could get caught in this earthquake, depending on how it goes. He's okay, but it has sunk. That was brutal. Is that 2 towers, a hut, and burned another hut? Another tower? Crazy.
And I think more relevant is it's opened up what I like to call the Red trooping pair. Warriors can now slip down into this side strip very easily with the help of that additional land, and it does become relevant.
Ooh, he went for the lightning again, but it's missed. Follow blast was good though, so Erode still does have to back up, but 2 lightnings have been missed now by Firestorm. Very unorthodox. I like the way he's built his huts towards the centre as well, though. So he's taken all the land he can to build. Meanwhile, Erode has not built down the side of his base, so he's backing up there. He's got his towers built in a nice defensive position. Second earthquake's coming now, though. Lots of blasts occurring in Avenger, but no Shaman's dying.
Both of these Shamans
Oh,
more than proficient.
both go down.
Trade.
They both go down. Beautiful.
Both of these Shamans very proficient in their control. You are seeing what we were alluding to of Erode showing through their matches that they have a phenomenal Shaman. I do think they've demonstrated a higher degree of Shaman skill, even if they're in a losing position currently on Idril.
Yeah, green bars are pretty much equal. We have got a 10 population lead for Firestorm. Fire Erode, however, has got 2 earthquakes charged up ready to go, while Firestorm only has 2 tornadoes, so could potentially see the population swing if the earthquakes are used in a good way, but we can see here Firestorm some nice fire warriors at the front line for defense there. He's trying to build some further towers as well. And he's got a lot of warriors in the center now.
6 warriors were just killed by those warriors from Firestorm. They picked up a quick 6 and then retreated. Both Shamans trade tornadoes. Red Shaman not picked up. Yellow's picked up, but thrown away on land.
Yeah, he will have lost half of his HP there, though, so he needs to be a bit careful when he does attack. He hasn't got any lightnings now. He has got another tornado. No one wants an earthquake. He's gone for the tornado on the tower. That kind of tornado is good, because you try to hopefully pick up the Shaman at the same time. But look, at the same time, we've got the warriors who've tried to make a play through the center. They've been pulled back now, though, because the Shaman is still alive from Erode.
Ooh, a little bit of funkiness there.
Oh, he's been blasted into his own tornado. And he's definitely dead now. He's been blasted 1,000 times by the Fire Warriors. This is a chance for Firestorm to do some damage. If he has got the spells, he's almost got 2 earthquakes. This is it. This is where he's going to try and make his play. He's got his warriors to the center. He's got his Shaman to the front. This could be huge now. Huge damage could be coming Erode's way. I don't know what he's going to do without his Shaman being present.
Damage here isn't necessarily going to be huge. I like this decision from Erode on the side there, throwing out the Braves to keep the warriors busy so that the Fire Warriors can actually soften up that warrior run by, kill them. Got the Ring of Fire around the Yellow Shaman here.
Oh, the lightning is good from Erode, though. The earthquake is off from Firestorm, so could do some damage still. Nah, not a good earthquake at all. Erode's going to be happy with that all day.
About that earthquake. If you're red base, you can build some towers on that new hill.
Yeah, that's not a problem at all. It's probably essential now for Erode to try and secure this a little bit, to try and push up here, so maybe take out these towers that are in front and try and regain some map control in the front there. Meanwhile, in the center, not much happening actually. So there's not all the warriors were mopped up by Erode as well. So he'll be happy to push forward with just a Shaman at the moment, which is he's doing exactly what I just said. He's getting rid of that tower. I would expect him to put some plans down as well and bring some Braves up and try and fortify that position back for himself. Oh, that's a nasty earthquake. Firestorm's going to feel that.
Defense back. Defense is getting thinner and thinner. Erode can afford to use an earthquake like that because he's been sat on 2 earthquakes anyway because he hasn't had the opportunity to attack recently. He's got a nice ring of warriors patrolling beneath 2 guard towers and a Brave of Shame.
Yeah, no one's got control of the center yet. We've got a lightning from red. Has missed. The blast is good. And he's got the Shaman.
Good blast from Firestorm there. Just as we built up Erode Shaman, Firestorm's showing he is also no slouch.
No, definitely not. He had a lightning in his arsenal as well, and he opted not to use it. And he managed to, I think it was his 2 lightnings he dodged there. And he's managed to kill the Shaman just with blasts. So he's got these lightnings now to attack towers. He's got the swarms. There's the other lightning that he saved. So that lightning that he could have used on the Shaman, he didn't. He used on the tower. Now he's able to do some real damage here if he gets in a bit deeper. The Red Shaman is back, coming over to try and stop him. We're going to have a lightning of his own. The lightning is catch. Does connect, but the earthquake does come off.
Into the frontline warrior training hut, which does get taken out. Of course, Red not terribly bothered by that. Does have the other one in the back, although you do typically like to have more than one troop training up on Idril.
Yeah, as you were saying that, we do have a Firestorm at the back of his base building his second warrior hut up now. Populations is 12 ahead for Firestorm. We do still have the side base of Erode not built, so he's just been opted to use the trees for the time being and upgrade his base, which is pretty good. Earthquake in.
Now that you pointed it out, I'd quite like to see Erode switch focus. I know it seems counterintuitive for him because he's making such good progress on the front of Yellow's base, but all of the warrior training huts are on this side strip.
Yeah, he's just built... That's his third one, Lavenji.
You can... oh, he's just built one at the back of his base as well. Never mind. Forget everything I said.
3 warriors. This tells you something, doesn't it?
Means we're going to be seeing the troop stage of the game very soon. You can even see it. Both players moving their warriors around their bases, either defensively or to support their shaman. One of the biggest mistakes that I think new players make in Populous is that... Whoa, what a lightning onto all of those warriors!
Ooh. That's knocked your road down to 7 warriors now, whilst Firestorm has 13. Earthquake popped up by both players now.
RB, all red, gives him an opportunity to go towards the mid and defend himself.
Lightning is good by your road, though. Now those warriors are going to get destroyed by the shaman. I don't know if the swarm was the right option there. He managed to scatter them all over. Maybe he could have blasted them and lightning them if he had the spell. But he has sent his own warriors to the front, but they're getting destroyed by all those fire warriors there in those in the huts that are patrolling. The earthquakes come off in the centre now, though. So I think you're right in what you said before. Its focus has shifted for a road going through the centre now. Got a few warriors to deal with himself, but I think he'll be okay against them. He has got his own fire warriors there and his shaman for support.
Interesting that despite how open Yellow's front base is, the fire warrior is actually leading the charge aggressively down the middle strip to kill some of these braves that are floating around, stop them building these forward towers.
Population lead still remains for Firestorm, however. Everything that's been going on so far, he's still got the population lead. His shaman's been killed again, though. So, shaman deaths here, I'm not quite sure if we have that statistic. I might see it at the end of the game, but it's definitely in favour of a road now. He's sent up a few swarms here to try and get a bit deeper into the front of the base. Gotta be careful, there were towers still up there, there were other fire warriors.
You can just go down this side strip.
This is the vulnerable point that you mentioned a bit earlier in the game. He's going to go for the earthquake on the fire warrior hut. If this goes the right way, it could be huge. Oh.
Oh,
the shaman died.
Gets the kill. Now the red shaman's still alive.
Well, oh no way! I thought she was pushed in the water for sure. There, how did she survive that? That must have been the perfect tick.
Pushed himself into the water.
My goodness me! I have to save that one. We'll look at that one later. I don't know how that happened. Jesus Christ! But the shaman is still alive now. All the fire warriors here have been pulled by Firestorm to take out a road shaman. But a road shaman just will not die. Just will not die, Lavenji.
Tornado onto the fire warrior training hut. I'm not sure that's valuable. You could have used it on the core to guarantee the death of the yellow shaman, or at least give you a good chance of it. But you don't need it if you're blasted.
He doesn't need it, but he's blast good. Oh, you're right though. But the lightning has taken him out, and I did notice that the second fire warrior hut is already built for Firestorm on the side strip, so he's not crippled by the loss of that fire warrior hut.
No, but I've talked about it plenty of times on this map. This side strip fire warrior training hut. It's a what do you call it? It's a band-aid to the problem. You still need to make yourself a more secure position for your fire warrior training hut, because as soon as you lose that main base one, you can guarantee the next thing that happens is you get sided, and you're going to lose this one very soon after.
Yeah, so without central control, if you don't control that hill in the centre, your fire hut is very vulnerable there. We've got warriors coming in from a road. They've been mopped up now by Firestorm's own warriors, and he's coming back out with his retaliatory earthquake on the front there. But we can see that Erod had built some huts there very quickly now, so he's happy to take earthquakes there, as we've discussed many times before. Lavenji, players would much prefer to have their pushed out defense earthquake than their actual base. This is perfect for Erod at the minute, and he has taken the population lead by 11 right now.
Absolutely, going from a 10 population deficit to an 11 population lead. You're happy about that if you're Erod. These two actually duking it out and giving us one heck of a game of Idril to start this tournament off, and this is just the first game of the tournament.
Looks like Erod was trying to bait in Firestorm's shaman there, but Firestorm, having none of it, throws out another earthquake. Firestorm does have the greater green by. He's got a potential of 201 population. Well, that's not really much right now. Green bar is not that important. You want to be figuring about your actual population. Still quite neck and neck, though. I don't think anyone's got real map control at the minute there. Lightning is good from Erode. I think Erode is just getting the better of Firestorm in all engagements here. And he can maybe potentially kill this army of warriors here.
I'd like to see a land bridge, but he doesn't have it charged. You know, you go down here and just finish off that Fire Warrior training hat. Yellow's in a dangerous position. In fact, there's 2 warrior training hats here as well. You could severely cripple your opponent's troop production if you come down this side strip. We're not going to see that. We're going to see an earthquake on the front.
That's a beautiful earthquake. That really cripples Yellow's potential to get control of the middle. Red's, I should say. And Red's now sending warriors through the front. Oh, no. Sorry, ignore me. There's actually Erodes.
Well, you see, the challenge here now is... Yes, these earthquakes have made it hard for Yellow to get out, but they've also made it very hard for Red's troops to get in. And it's going to be hard to catch Yellow off guard.
Oh, he's so good!
Why do I say anything? It's going to be hard to catch Yellow off guard as he gets hit in the face by a lightning.
God. I'm still feeling a man cold here, so I've got a bit of a tickly cough, but... I'm having to keep my throat lubricated with cider. Only cider, of course. But I'm really enjoying this game. We've got a really beautiful earthquake again there from Erode, and it's just constantly at the defense of Firestorm. He just can't keep his defense built. And that is a mess. Look at that defense. He's had to build 3 towers in the middle of his base there. What I would normally see back in my day, you would see players now take that advantage. They would land bridge over here, like in Red's position, and build on that and just keep smothering the opponent.
In my day.
Yeah, back in my day when warriors weren't used because you would just stop them from attacking. Back in my day, we used to force and it was fine.
That's a controversial statement.
Oh, both players opting for a land bridge now. What do you think Red was accomplishing with his land bridge there?
Creating a trooping path. This hill was messing up with the pathfinding of his troops getting to the front line. Now he's just going to build towers on there. Hopefully protect his own side strip a little bit better in the process. But also give him the opportunity to troop down the front side.
Yeah, well, I can see one of the players, probably Erode in this position, try to take control of that middle, get some towers up there. Then it gives them the option to attack by both sides.
Erode has a land bridge, so if I was Erode, I'd just ignore Yellow's Shaman right now and I'd go for that side.
I think he's aware of that, but he's also aware that he's probably seen Firestorm play, familiar with his play, and if he does go for the side door, it's very possible that Firestorm goes for the trade. And is he willing to take that trade right now? We don't know. He doesn't know what Firestorm has. We can see Firestorm has a Firestorm himself. There's the land bridge, and as I say, Firestorm potentially going for the trade. No, he's pulling back, but he's bringing his warriors forward. Earthquake's out. This could be big. This could be enough for Erode to do the earthquake and back off. Potentially kill those warriors that are coming to the front. Does take out the fire. No more fire arrows for a while. The lightning has missed the shaman, and the warriors are going to rush inside.
Minimum. This fire warrior training is out of commission, but Red can just go on in now with the help of these warriors. There's so many of them. We are going to see the trade.
The lightnings have been cast on the towers.
Spells. This could be dangerous. In fact, Erode probably doesn't want to take this trade.
He probably doesn't know that the enemy has a Firestorm
Yellow
and 2
Shaman has
earthquakes.
turned around. Yellow Shaman has turned around, not going for the trade. Now this is just free damage for Erode.
Oh, well, the shaman's been killed and the earthquakes have come off. The second one not very good there, so I can just load the land there. So this, I imagine we're going to see Firestorm push forward now, try and do as much damage as he can. He's got his warriors in there, soaking up damage from the fire warriors. Now, if those warriors are still alive when his shaman gets there, he'll be very happy with that. The Bravers have been sent forward now to try and delay Firestorm shaman. He's got another one to get past now, and then he's going to be free reign at the base. This one's pushing him, he didn't notice it. He's going to go now. Shaman's going to be back in. Oh, she's back already. Water death, baby. There's the Firestorm.
Firestorm, but it's not good. It's going to get a small hurt.
No, I mean, if the Shaman wasn't back, then yes, it probably would have been an okay Firestorm because he could have guaranteed himself some damage. He is dodging the lightning's noise, well aware that the road has got good. What happened to the populations eventually? They both just lost like 50 pop.
I will tell you in a second, just as
Yellow's
soon as
alive.
these players finish trading. Yellow is still alive. Oh, perfectly timed lightning onto that hut to knock those fire warriors out of it. One earthquake. Is that all we're going to see? Just the one? Firestorm was effectively wasted. So there's the second earthquake. Yellow Shaman does go down. Red...
Firestorm has just lost like 40 population to all of these warriors of red in the back of his base. Now, he's still got the green bar, but he's 40 population behind, potentially, of Irode's max population. I mean, they're 24 population behind one another, but it's looking in a much better position here for Irode.
Yes, so what effectively happened there was a large amount of yellow warriors were charging into Red's base. Red sent about 50 Braves to just intercept them and beat the living crap out of them before they could do any structure damage, which is why Red lost a lot of population. But while defending that attack, he slipped all those warriors that he had in middle into this side here and did the exact same thing to Firestorm's population. But both players taking heavy pop hits there, but Irode's position strongly favored right now.
He's got almost a 30 population lead now. Spell-wise, he's almost got 2 earthquakes again. He's got 4 lightnings, which is enough to get him past the towers. If the towers have any... earthquakes... pardon me, Firestorm's only got 3 fire warriors. He's trading some more now. He's trading some more warriors, but he's in a very, very, very bad position here. He needs to hold off the Irode Shaman for a little bit longer to recover his position.
He ran into that issue we talked about. You know, the Fire Warrior training hut didn't go down, but it was out of commission for 90 seconds, and that's a long time to not be training followers at this stage in the game.
We are at almost 27 minutes now, so we're definitely in past the mid-game kind of. See games of pressure points something wrapped up by now, but the lightning is good there. The earthquake does come off, however. This could be huge if it takes out the Fire Warrior hut. It does, out of commission again, Levenji.
That's another 90 seconds of not being able to train Fire Warriors, and Firestorm sat there with 4 Fire Warriors to his name. Now, the original Fire Warrior training hut has healed, and I think it will fit another Fire Warrior hut.
It should. It will be a bit of an annoying one to train.
Because I can see the plan and worldview.
Oh, yeah, you can see it. I wish they were a bit brighter of a colour for the yellow tribe.
Yeah.
Very hard to see on this map texture.
You have to go like at a slightly off angle for yellow.
Yeah,
put the plan that you're looking
exactly
at right
what I
at
was
the bottom
doing.
of the globe.
So Warriors here from red. He's got 2 on the side. He's got 1 in the back. So 3 warriors from Irode to potentially try to overwhelm his opponent with warriors. We've got Firestorm trying to rebuild his base as quickly as possible now. At this stage, I mean, we are at nearly 30 minutes, but I feel like for Firestorm to get his way back in, he's just going to have to do some dismantling. And it's not something you normally see at this point of the game. Irode, however, not going to allow that to happen as he comes down the front with his Shaman. Or not. Thinking about it. Charging up his spells. 2 earthquakes, going for another land bridge. Maybe he is going to push forward and try to smother the Shaman. Maybe we can get a prey in the center. This is a volcano in the center. It doesn't take a while to pray, but it's not Armageddon like it is in the original map. It's a nice volcano, so... I mean, who says no to a free volcano eventually? No one charges it because it's a bit crap when you'd use all that mana for it. But if it's free, you would take it.
Yeah, you got to remember, 1 volcano is 2 firestorms, and 2 firestorms have infinitely more use, and in most situations also just deal more damage.
Yeah, definitely, because volcanoes can potentially guarantee 4 destroyed huts if you cast it in the right place, but again, 2 firestorms could guarantee 8 destroyed huts, so exactly. There's an earthquake from the road.
In terms of population, nice lightning directly on the tower there. Yellow Shaman dead. Unfortunately, Red did go down as well, but
the earthquake's okay though. The earthquake's done some damage. Exactly, and he's got some warriors down the side.
Look at this wall of towers. And yes, warriors coming down this side strip.
We look at this from the bird's eye view. We look at the red base here. It's looking very, very tidy. The front of the base, well fortified in response. Very messy from Firestorm. defense obviously not nearly as secured, especially on that side door where warriors are now coming down. Just taking out the tower plans, to be honest. It's a good idea. It's a good idea from a road. Take out these towers. Don't let them be able to build there very easily. Put your own towers down, which he's doing right here, which is beautiful. Going to fill those up. And he's got a 30 population lead now, so things still looking in favour of a road. And it's got Firestorm on the back foot for the first time in the tournament.
Gonna have to bear with me 1 second. Guys in chat, be respectful to one another. This is not the matchmaker. I will time you all out if you keep talking to each other like that. Back to the game. Nice lightning.
A very beautiful lightning from Erode. I managed to kill Firestorm Shaman, and the swarms are coming in now. This could be absolutely huge. Erode has got an earthquake going for his. He'll have his second by the time he gets it off, and this could be the end of the game if he gets in here to do enough damage. His Shaman is being held back by the followers, but you know, that's fine. He can kill these followers all he wants. He's got the population lead.
Even if he doesn't get game-ending damage in here, the story is told when you hover over the two tribes and look at the difference in spells.
Yeah, it's just pure defensive by Firestorm right now, and it has to be.
He's got two lights for Firestorm, who is hanging on for their life. Meanwhile, Erode is just charging more earthquakes, and he can cast crap earthquakes at this point and still be getting himself ahead.
Yeah, look at the green bar. Look at the maximum population of Erode versus the maximum population of Firestorm. Got a lightning trade there. One was in the hut, one was outside the hut. Both Shamans managed to survive. Looks like Erode's backing off for the time being. He can afford to. He can afford to waste Firestorm's lightnings. He knows every time Firestorm misses a lightning, it's an extra earthquake against him almost, you know, in terms of aggressiveness. We've got Firestorm taking out the warriors of Erode on the side door. Meanwhile, Erode is earthquake in the defense. And Erode's just, he's just... I don't see a way back right now for Firestorm. Just looking at the overall situation and the spells that have been charged, I think Firestorm may be delaying the inevitable eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I would surrender if I was in Firestorm's position right now, but I'm also a worse player than Firestorm, so, you know, we do have the one pop club for a reason. But that typically refers to 2v2 games and not 1 versus 1s.
Are those people who refuse to surrender no matter what?
But the one pop club are people who have won a game from one population.
Ah, in the same game, yeah. Been there, man. Been there.
Yeah, there's a few people in it. Ice-T, probably one of the bigger names.
Ooh, a Lambridge save there from Erode. Has managed to survive. Now he's going to come back against the Shaman. He's going to get his own blast off. His blast has missed. Disconnected. Shaman's managed to survive. The blast trick is good. Both Shamans in some sort of crazy blast battle. And the Shaman... How has no one died yet? Surely that's going to kill him, no? Surely now. Okay, these are some caliber players here, man. I don't know how these Shamans are not dying, and they've taken hundreds of blasts. Red isn't even seeing stars, Lavenji.
I think we've seen one of the best blast duels in Populous history right there. Both Shamans playing out of their mind. Yes, Red. You may think Red is the best just because his Shaman wasn't seeing stars, but you gotta remember, Firestorm got his Shaman out of that situation, which...
I don't know how they've done that. That's insane. It's just all timing and casting the spells accurately. It is so good. Now, obviously, Erode survived as well and managed to get the earthquake off. The lightning has missed. It's just pure defensive play here from Firestorm, and his population's not going as quickly as Erode's is, so he's now 50 to 60 population behind, while another earthquake comes off against the defense, and the warriors are going to rush in now and take out the remainder of that Fire Warrior hut.
Well, Red finally does go down. Yellow buying themselves a moment's respite.
Yellow has no spells. He's got no spells. He's got
Yellow
9 warriors.
Everything in that blast duel. There was the blast trick was being done with Ghost Army. It was being done with Swarm. It was being done with Blast. Everything went into that Shaman duel that we just saw, and now Yellow is just clinging on to try and survive as these warriors just keep charging in. There's so much pressure. Red's even building on Yellow's side strip. There's a guard tower going up here.
Rightly so. Populous, especially Populous 1.5. There's no building plan limit, so just keep building and building. do not know what Firestorm does to get out of this position right now. He's 40 population behind. Yes, might not sound like too much, but when you look at the difference in their bases, the difference is phenomenal. Firestorm has really no defense in comparison. And when you look at the spells charge, he's got nothing. I mean, he was charging an earthquake there, but what's he do? Does he create land or what? Does he have to go back on himself? But if he does that, then he thought it throws away the position at the front. It's very difficult. I mean, this is what Erode's going to do. And it gets the lightning off as well as the earthquake, kills a shaman, takes out some of that defense. If he can get past these towers now, does even more damage. And we could see the surrender if he gets in to do the damage now. Just need to charge a few more spells. He's got the earthquake coming him. He's got the ghost to take out the fire warrior in that tower. Knocks him straight into the water. The blasts are coming out. The music has even stopped. It's like, it's dramatic. Well, the music is still there. It's just very, very quiet. Very dramatic now. We're at the 35-minute mark. Blasts are going to keep coming out and going to keep splash damaging these fire warriors of Firestorm now. You can see they're on low health. Firestorm doing well to have some warriors here as well. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, but the more warriors he has, the less mana he has, and this is where it's going to come down to it. This shaman battle here could be pivotal for the rest of the game. Lightning is good though from Firestorm. The lightning is good. He does get the connection. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Manages to survive a bit longer. He's still 50 population behind though, and his position has not changed in the last few minutes.
Red needs to keep building forward. Just keep taking this land. I'd quite like to see what you said, you know. Fill in this puddle, turn it into even more huts, turn it into even more towers. Just take the territory away.
Yeah, do that. Start worshipping at the Stonehead. Just put all the pressure on. Got Landbridge from Firestorm. He's going to try and build on that land he's just made. I mean, if Firestorm can somewhat equalize the game here, I will be amazed. If he doesn't, even if he goes on to lose but brings us back to an equilibrium, I would be amazed. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
This is of note. This side strip is usually a bountiful forest, and at the moment it's currently barren. That gives you an indication of just how much building has been going on here.
Now, will those trees regrow?
We'll find out. Some people say yes, some people will say no. I'll commit to one side and then the other side will be true. So I'm saying nothing.
I'm saying I don't think they'll come back.
I don't think they will either. They should, but I don't think they will.
We've got the lightning from Erode, which is good. Kills Firestorm Shaman, so Erode's got another opportunity here to do some more damage. He should maybe have some warriors. Has he got any warriors trained? Only 8, but 29 fire warriors. If he had some warriors with him right now, he could just totally overrun this whole area. But he's only got his shaman. He's confident in his shaman's ability. He's going to kill these fire warriors that are hitting him. He's on low health right now. He's going to back off. Go around the side, maybe take out that tower. Maybe just destroy this land that Firestorm was trying to build on. That would be enough.
Not to sound like T-Rod's #1 fan or anything, but Erode could identify that Firestorm has no real spells and just backdoor. And just troop through the back. Because the troops are struggling to get in on this front because of how uneven the terrain is. You might not need the backdoor.
No, the
earthquake.
If you could tell me the post-game statistics after this, I want to know the Shaman KDs here. I think Erode's been just on point this whole map. Fire warriors have been pulled out, man. This is going to be game, though. This earthquake is deep in the heart of the base. It's going to do a lot of damage. Sinks a hut, destroys another. Kills a lot of followers there. Population's dipped even further. He's now almost double the population. He is double the population, more than double. And he's in the back of the base now. He has almost got another earthquake. He's getting knocked in the water here, though, but no! Erode does not get knocked in the water. This shaman does not get knocked in the water. He is too good. Shut up.
Oh, unfortunate for the red shaman there. Earned his way to the back of the base and then immediately died.
He almost got his earthquake off it. It was just charged there after he died. Curse of the commentator perhaps ruined him there. Fire warriors and warriors from red at the side door have not been successfully mopped up by the warriors of yellow. Yellow with his own retaliatory earthquake now manages to destroy 2 towers, but Erode's not going to care in the slightest here.
Erode's taking your tips, praying for the volcano. in the center. Conveniently, also space for a warrior training hut up there.
Ah, did we see that on one of the maps?
We did see that in one of the maps.
It looked majestic. I think it was it Flatten?
I don't remember who did it.
I remember Flatten got it. And then tried to use it and then died.
We've had a few people get it. I'm pretty sure Swarm has also picked this up at one point.
Alright, so there, Firestorm hanging on for another day as he kills a Road Shaman who dipped into the tower there. The warriors of Firestorm have to be pulled back because they are getting bombarded by those fire warriors on the hill, plus the warriors of Erode as well. Firestorm Shaman just hanging on. He has got an earthquake, a tornado, and 3 lightnings. So he's got better spells than Erode right now, but if Erode wants to, he could probably charge some bigger spells. Probably just hold out, charge some bigger spells, and get in there. I think if he gets this earthquake, if he gets this volcano, I should say, what is he going to do with it? What would you do with that earth volcano? Because if you get in the back of their base, it's probably, you've already won anyway, so would you maybe perhaps use it to get into the base? How would you do that?
I'd backdoor with it.
You backdoor with it? Send your troops to the front? Oh, you mean use it as a backdoor?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fills in a lot of this land, makes the backdoor very, very close. And, you know, Firestorm's so cooped up to the back of this base and has shown they don't really have the mana to charge a bunch of spells. You kind of just killing them with your mana at this point. You could make unsound strategic decisions and still come out on top.
Yeah. I do still think Firestorm's just fighting a losing battle here. He's gone for the lightning from the towers, managed to miss. But it is good though, maybe just keep yourself warmed up, make sure you're prepared for the next game. It is a best of 5. You lose this one game, you can still win the next one, and you're back on even playing field. But he has managed to get the kill there again. He's been knocked into the water by something though, I just caught a glimpse of it. So both Shamans are down right now.
I haven't been reading a lot of my chat, but someone in my chat has posed an opinion with the volcano that I thought you might like to consider, Craig. And I'll even let you guess who posed this opinion. How about casting the volcano and then flattening to the top?
Is that a Keith suggestion?
It was an Inca warrior suggestion.
Oh, it's equally as crazy. So what? Cast it at the front, flatten up, and then just go forth and multiply. I like it.
Just go forth with flattens from atop your volcano.
I would love to see that. I really would. We've got an earthquake now for Firestorm on Erode's defense, trying to do a bit of damage while he can. Erode Shaman's coming back down there again. Erode's going to be so happy with all this. Is he going to be charging any bigger spells now? He is. He's going for the Firestorm. Lightning battle again. Firestorm hanging on. He's made his way back up to 80 population, but he's still less than half behind Erode's population. Erode, if he just waited 2 minutes, charged up full spells, he can just go and destroy everything.
Not to harp on about this backdoor thing. I promise I'll shut up about it in a second, but that's also where Firestorm's only warrior training hut is at the moment. So if you take that out, game shifts dramatically just in population difference and troop availability alone. Although our red shaman, she's going for a little magical journey down the side here. Gets
and
the volcano from the
volcano's been
center.
prayed. The shaman's coming in now with a lightning. Lightning misses. The shaman survives. She managed to blast herself up. She's got the firestorm off right now. She's been taken. Oh, she's got in the drink though.
The tower got her. Oh. As you may or may not have seen in previous The Beginning streams, firestorms on towers are incredibly bad, and that's why the fire warrior was just sat in that tower like, I don't care that it's raining fiery death. I'm going to shoot him anyway.
Yeah, why would you? You're in the comfort of your tower. I mean, that was an awful, awful firestorm. I thought he was going to cast it and then get in and cast the Volk, but he just got bopped straight into the water there. We got an earthquake out there, I think. Did we see an earthquake there from Firestorm? We really seen a tornado on the front. He's still got a monumental way to come back, and Red is back already. We got warriors from Firestorm in the middle.
Letting the troop position slide, and if something, oh, nice quick pass of lights there. Not finding the kill, but definitely pushing the yellow shaman back.
Oh, Firestorm's got the kill. He's still in it. He's got his warriors in the center now, done a lot of damage, taking out those huts and those towers. Going to pull them back now so they regenerate their health.
My chat are telling me that your stream has died.
Really? Oh yeah, it says I'm
No, that's
reconnecting.
true.
It does say I'm reconnecting. Well, I'm still with you for the remainder of this game, so let's just carry on.
Wow. I just thought I'd make you aware.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it says I'm reconnecting. We'll address that once the game's over.
If there is a reason, now I'm not saying it's gonna happen. If there is a reason Erode loses this game, it's because even with their massive population lead, they're just not training troops. You know, this moment right now is the first time in about 10 minutes where Erode has had more warriors than Firestorm.
Yeah, he's training his warriors on the side door now, so that's good to see. The lightning battles have just been in the favour of Firestorm, and another one. Both Shaman's still alive after lightning's been thrown back and forth. A couple of blasts there as well. Shamans are both still alive. Even if Firestorm Shamans die, Erode's just been earthquaking the defences. So Firestorm still managed to hang on, but again, populations have not improved for him. And the Shaman has finally gone down to Firestorm, so Erode's now got a chance to go in and do some more damage. He's bringing in the warriors to the centre as well now, so finally, as you were saying, he's trained these warriors, he's sending them in now. This could be the moment. The GG's been called!
But how was that for a first game? 46 minutes.
Absolute beauty! Absolute beauty!
What is up, everyone? It is Leventi Gaming, and it's okay, Craig. I have started the intro. And we just watched one hell of a game one between these two for the Invisible Cup Grand Finals. So we are over onto Craters playing the Red Tribe. Green base, up one game. It is Erode. Opponent having fought their absolute best on the previous game. It is now their map pick because they were defeated. Playing as a yellow tribe, yellow base, mandatory as part of the rules of Craters. You have to be yellow base in yellow. You have to be yellow tribe in yellow base. I get it the right way around eventually. It is Firestorm, and you may have heard him crack open a cider during my intro. Joined by Craig, the beginning, once again.
An absolute pleasure, an absolute pleasure. Thanks for waiting for me to fix my technical issues there that sort of always come about whenever I do any sort of streaming. I just can't help it. But yes, the cider was more important than fixing. I'm here now, cider in, second game. I cannot wait. I have seen Firestorm on this map. I have not seen Erode on this map. Firestorm was sort of in a similar position that he was on the Pressure Point game where he was behind, but he managed to come back against Volcano and take that victory. He's on the same colour as well this time. He's going for the Tower Land Bridge, which he didn't do, if you remember, Levenji. He didn't do the Tower Land Bridge.
So, it's interesting, because you sort of brought it up. Yeah, there you go. This is why you have to be yellow tribe in yellow base, because only the yellow base can do that, because for some reason their tower is like marginally higher than everyone else's. But this has been a point of contention for people who have watched Firestorm. Firestorm has picked this map 3 times, and every time, except for today, he got this wrong. He got this tower wrong, and people were saying, oh, it's Nisi pretending to forget the tower, or it's a noob who doesn't know about the tower. But as we have seen, when it counts in the grand final, this tower is perfect.
Yeah, he gets to the Firestorm zone at the same speed as what Erode has done as well. And he has got the potential to go and contest that middle as well. And where all the juicy wildmen are. Now, I do think, if I remember correctly, he still needs 2 languages here. Whereas, oh, red needs 2 as well. Okay, so they're both going to get there at the same time. Lambridge is coming at the same time. 5 population lead already for Erode, but just at the 3-minute mark, so we can't be making too much presumptions about that right now. But we do have some early converts off from Erode, who's taking the middle ones, and he's building some towers up there already. What do you think is going to happen here? Are we going to see a very, very aggressive game with the Firestorms unleashed immediately? Or do you think we're going to see the players go for those second bases? Because this is the Craters map, the 2 versus 2 variant.
Red is already going for the second base. I think we're going to see in this game exactly what Firestorm did to Flatten the previous time we were on this map. And he's going to sort of lose this center position and then go for the quick side door into what would be green base and just beat his opponent out with warriors. Although he is first to this volcano-shaped hill, so he does get a little bit of a nice blast off. Red gets a convert, however. Nice blast tricking, a little bit of fancy rolling.
Yeah, Firestorm's got the high ground now. He's going to keep hold of that, push forward a little bit, make sure Erode can't get up very easily. But we know Erode's a very competent shaman player here. He's going forward now. He's going to try his best, but he gets knocked into the water, and Firestorm survives. He can push forward now, take out these Braves and Fire Warriors that were pushing up, making some advance. He can even get rid of these Braves who are praying at the Firestorm Stonehead, which is exactly what he's going to do right now.
It's a big win for Firestorm early on to be able to deny this Firestorm. And even securing that center as well. It's going to look good for our Yellow Tribe. Rhodes able to retreat those Braves before they get killed, however.
Yeah, wise to do so because there were 6 of them, but like I say, it does stop the praying, and Yellow's just going to let that roll back down while he charges up the other one with his own Braves. He's taking out the towers in the center with his Braves as well. Probably going to build some towers of his own on the other side now. We do, like you said, we do have a road building in what is traditionally the red base on Craters, so potential there to increase his population, and quite safe unless Yellow does land bridge over there. But like you say, I did watch that Flatten Firestorm game as well, and Firestorm just kept his one base nice and tidy and destroyed Flatten, who was expanding everywhere.
I think there were some executional mistakes from Flan. I do think having both of these bases is a quick way to accelerate yourself to what is typically considered green base being the sort of superpower on this map, which is traditionally what late game Craters divulges into. And this second base can help you get there, but you've got to be very clever about how you do it.
Yeah, we just saw an early lightning there from Erode, and he's managed to, I think he misclicked and clicked the tree. The tree went down. He didn't manage to hit any of the units or the Shaman of Firestorm. Firestorm with a 5 population advantage now does get the Firestorm himself. So he's now 1 Firestorm up, looking at his base. He's built it all up as well. He's been harvesting these trees. He's got the position in the set now, building a tower. He's got Fire Warriors there to fortify it as well. So Erode, recognizing this, pushes forward now. He's got a lightning again, and he has a land bridge. Needs to get the lightning off if he wants to do any sort of recovery of this position here. Goes from...
Has a lightning of his own. Ghosts hold him still. Ooh. And the lightning gets the kill.
And Firestorm survives the lightning from Erode as well, so position remains his. Now, I've not seen Erode on this map, like I said a little earlier, so I don't know how well he's going to perform under the pressure. Look at these 3 huts here from Firestorm, using all the land that he's got to increase his population. Who cares about second bases? I'm just going to build wherever I can. He's got Ghost coming out now to clear out the Fire Warrior in the tower. And he's going to go and deny the the Firestorm Stonehead again now as Erode runs his men back.
He's going to connect on up to the second base.
He's already got warriors.
And allow his warriors straight in to just massacre it.
That's exactly what he was planning.
I'm convinced everyone who has complained about the second base being allowed is just bad at Populous, because they haven't seemed to sink in that every single person who has built in the second base has proceeded to lose the game, because actually expanding quickly opens you up in strategic vulnerabilities that these people aren't considering.
As the Shamans go back and forth here, some Fire Warriors knocking the Red Shaman back. It reminds me of the beta tournament, Lavenji, where you had multiple maps that were the 4-player versions, and every time, I think it was Nissi who was in that tournament, and every time an opponent went against him with all 2 or 3 bases, Nissi just kept his 1 base and just destroyed them. So lessons maybe not being learned there from Erode if he did partake in that tournament. I don't think he did. Like I said, I'm not seeing possibly Spinifex in that tournament. I don't really know, but his Shaman's gone down. Oh, I still don't know who these are, because I expect Nissi to win every game he plays, And I expect Nissi to be 1-0 up now. But is Nissi a road? Is Nissi Firestorm? Everyone says Firestorm. Is Nissi? Everyone says Nissi. I think Nissi was bought, Lavenji. I think Nissi was bought.
Do you truly believe that Nisi was boat, or is that your love of boats affecting your
Well, I thought the boat was the goat. That's all I'm saying. Firestorm, Christ. So many spells to remember who aren't names. Lambridge here from Erode as he sort of fills in his crater and making his way back to the battle quicker than he would have if he walked around. Now his shaman is there. Firestorm shaman is protected by the fire warriors. Lightning's missed.
Lightning's missed by both players.
Oh, I've missed the whole battle as my camera scrolled around like crazy, but both shaman has gone into the water there. Who does this favour now as we've got red warriors coming up now? I think it favours Erode a little bit. He has lost population in his second base. He is 10 population behind, but he's got the warriors now to do some damage and maybe recover that central position. He hasn't yet prayed for a firestorm, so he's still got that possibility. And of course, these stone heads eventually do give 3 firestorms in total.
Notably, not many people may have considered it, except our top pros, but all those towers that Red built in the middle, even though they didn't get properly filled, they did their job, because Yellow's had mid-control for at least 3 shamans worth of life from Erode, and these towers still aren't done, because all the trees were killed.
Oh, that's true. Was it a tactical lightning of the tree earlier by Erode? Maybe it was. Maybe it was just...
I wouldn't quite go that far.
Just a massive play.
Killing all those trees and building your own towers, even if you lost the position, has just made it very difficult for Yellow to build their own towers. Because imagine if all these towers were finished and filled with fire warriors, Red would be in trouble. Never mind, Red's still in trouble as a lightning connects to his shaman's face.
Yeah, and one of the towers does come up now. Of course, Firestorm could dismantle perhaps this one, and then build the other ones. He's got warriors of his own pushing in, but Red has got more there. I feel like we've got this Firestorm Stonehead's going to get delayed again. The road's feeling the pressure now. He has got a nice population equal to Firestorm. He's still building in his second base there, but the warriors are now coming again in the second wave as Erode pulls his men back.
That's a Babbo death if ever I've seen one.
Oh, Firestorm is Babbo confirmed. It's... Oh, who could it be? Who could it be? Alright. Firestorm has a Firestorm, half an Earthquake. He's praying his second Firestorm. We've not seen the spells cast yet. He has got his warriors here. In the second base of Erode. Erode, meanwhile, is pulling his troops straight to that center. It's time to regain that position because Firestorm died quite recently. It's going to be a while for him to get back there and try and defend it. So, in the next 10 to 20 seconds, we're going to see a central position flip in favor of Erode. What is Firestorm going to do to defend this? Or rather, to counter this? He has got a couple of languages of his own now. What's he planning to do with those?
Tell you what he's planning to do with it. Have a little look.
Oh, he's building the signature Firestorm Tower. Now here is the question, Lavenji. Should Firestorm go that way? Will Erode kill himself to go and defend his base?
Oh, man. Only a fool would be in a winning position and then kill themselves to defend their base.
I agree.
Although, as much as we make that joke, it would be a little bit more valuable for Erode to do so, as he absolutely nails the lightning there. Yeah,
Firestorm got baited there. Got absolutely baited by Erode's idleness now. Here we go. He's checking to see if there's anything in these huts. We can see as spectators there are fire warriors in the second one. But the Firestorm has been prayed. He pulls his men back. I have strong confidence in Red Shaman here to do some serious damage. We've seen the Yellow Shaman fall into the water. We've seen Red Shaman in the previous game absolutely decimate most Shaman battles. Let's see what he can do now. spell-wise, he's got an Earthquake, 2 Lightnings, 3 Swarms. Is it enough to get inside and do some damage with that Earthquake?
I think so, because what we're going to see from Yellow now is exactly what we're seeing. He's going to go on over to his quick side door tower. Nope, never mind, it's not ready. So instead, he's going to go back where our red shaman is.
Is it wise to go for a trade like this? Is he just going to fill in his crater, perhaps?
Oh, no, yeah, there you go. Here we go. Warriors to the side. Brave bringing the last piece of wood to the quick side door tower. Shaman's going to get straight on in there.
It's such a bold play when your shaman is knocking on your front doorstep. Such a bold play.
I think it's because he knows he's got mana superiority. You know, there's a lot of warriors here, but he's also got the 2 free firestorms and an earthquake. It would actually be more valuable for a road to kill himself to get back to the base than it was when Volcano did it.
Yes, but you are correct that Idril doesn't have any spells, whereas Volcano at the time did have near enough full spells. He's managed to kill some fires to get in.
When Firestorm was doing this attack, Firestorm didn't have any spells, whereas Erode is very aware. Firestorm is most certainly rocking an arsenal here.
Yeah, we're in a very similar position, but we're not in a similar position. So, he's done the connection, has Firestorm, but he's pulled his shaman back.
Ooh, Erode!
That was close.
Very almost dying there.
That was close. Firestorm Shaman is like, I don't know whether to come back or go forward. I don't know, but the Shaman is coming in now. He hasn't got any spells, though. Obviously, Firestorm doesn't know what Erode has, so he's pulling his Shaman back. He just doesn't know, but...
Well, most notably, the reason Firestorm is so confused is because Erode has completely evacuated his bases. There's no population there for Firestorm to actually kill.
Where's he sent? Oh, okay. Oh, he's got troops in there. He's got the warriors in there. Already has Firestorm, so... Yeah, he's aware that the warriors are doing enough damage, and look at this. This is so unorthodox. This is not how Populous was played when I was a young'un. Jesus Christ, it's just populations running across the whole map. Base is getting eradicated by troops. Firestorm building another warrior hut now.
Interesting. Firestorm tried to match Erode's running population by running their own population, but actually got picked up by 3 warriors there, killed a bunch of the Braves. Some still alive, but a good chunk of them got killed there. And now Erode has respawned back in their base. Could deal with these warriors if they wanted to. Oh, the lightning. Gonna get that population that was praying to the Firestorm.
6 Braves go down. Erode and Firestorm neck and neck on populations.
Oh, Erode might have left it too long to retreat the population. You've got to be careful of that hill.
Oh, this could be brutal. Has he got a lightning? He has got lightnings. He's gonna go. He's got the ones on the stone head. Can he get up in time to do it?
Oh, there it is. There's another lightning. You've got to factor in for just how long it takes the population. The Firestorm was a bit of a waste. Only gets an extra 5 population. Bit of a waste of a Firestorm, if you ask me. The lightning had already done all the damage.
Well, he's gone down to 45 population, has Erode. The earthquake comes out from him, however, at the same time, in the base of Firestorm, does a lot of damage, but population's only 2 followers that died to that earthquake. Meanwhile, the shaman of Firestorm is like, I am coming for your population, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. He's got warriors in Red's base, destroying everything, and the men are running back there. Looks like it's going to go to a 1-1. We're going to tie it up. After that massive Yggdrasil game, it looks like Firestorm's swung this in his favour very quickly. Tactical brilliance, perhaps. We saw it previously against Volcano, how good he was on this map, and he's shown that again. He's reads the game very well and knows exactly what move to make. This is a strategy game after all, Avengi, so it's nice to see some strategies actually win games.
Yeah, running your population is a fine strategy, but you've just got to factor in just how long it takes them to get up this central hill. You know, it took them so long that they were easily catchable for the shaman. Had to run them back to the base much faster.
I'm not sure why he ran his men there in the first place.
He thought he was going into a base trade scenario with Firestorm. Had Firestorm not gone back to their main base, having all your population there to destroy the structures would have helped But because Firestorm turned around and actually killed Erode at the back of Firestorm's own base, the population couldn't go in, and then they were just sort of trapped and hunted down.
Yeah, that is a fair point. We've got Erode now coming into Firestorm's base. He's got his 3 lightnings and an earthquake. Going to try and do some damage, but he's down to 13 population. Surely he must know. If he could see what population Firestorm is on, he would know this was over. We'd call it and we'd go to the 3rd game. And like you say, what maps are left after this? We've got Blaze, we've got Temple of Upsa, and we've got... Come on, Avengi, help me out.
I'm going to see if you can find it. What else we got?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot now, even though I just... Oh, that's a beautiful earthquake, by the way.
My stream chat knows. If you were in my stream, you'd know, because my stream chat have got it.
I'm watching the game. I'm commentating the game here. Of course I'm not watching the stream.
It's,
no, don't tell me.
Face off.
Oh, of course, yeah, it's face me, actually.
It is face me. It's face me being the 1v1 variant of face off in the AVA The Rising map pack.
Yep. Volcano. Volcano worshipped by Firestorm. Something Volcano could not do. Volcano could not worship the volcano.
I hope Firestorm is paying attention.
Oh boy, he's gonna die to his own volcano. He's running! He's running! He's alright. Alright, Erode. Feel like he's delaying the inevitable here. We have got wildmen respawning on the map. That's because we are on a 4-player map, so there are more wildmen. The base global population is higher, but... This is over, Lavengi. This is over. What's your stream chat looking like? Who are they thinking these players are? Are they confident with the popular vote?
My stream chat aren't doing very much guessing of the players at the moment. I'm just gonna say that.
Well, you've got who are the top players? You've got Nissi, you've got Babo. See, when it comes to tournament games, I only really know Nissi and Babo. They're the only ones who ever really play in the tournaments.
Tyler the Fox, who is the lead developer for 1.5, thinks that this is an Inca versus Gabba game.
And that's the lead developer.
That is the lead developer.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
We've got the trained followers of Firestorm being sent in. They've managed to kill Erode Shaman with a few pummels of their fistful of magical fire. And now they're going to take out the Braves and whatnot. Erode trying to rebuild his base. I mean, the population of Firestorm isn't exactly phenomenal. It's only 60. When it comes to trained followers, he's got 24 of those that are trained.
Notably, although I don't in any way, shape or form think it's going to help him win the game, notably, Erode's population has been going up.
Yeah, it was 30.
Usually in a position like this, you want it to go down. His population has been going up.
Well, I respect trying to get back into the game. He's called the GG now, though. Erode's called the game. We're going to go 1-1 here. Wow, maybe we will see Temple at Upsa, Lavengi. Could you imagine?
I hate it. I hate it.
Hope they do it now. Get it out of the way. Because you don't want Temple at Upsa as being the decider there. Alright, let me do this one, Lavengi, son. Here we are, Game 3. The Invisible Cup final. We've got Firestorm in yellow. We've got Erode in red. This is the 1v1 version of Face Off. It's 1-1 game score. Best of 5. Whoever takes this will then have match point. This game could be quick or long. We don't know as players shuffle to the middle of the map immediately to take all the wildmen. My goodness. Lavengi, who do you think, based on previous games, is in favour by playing this map?
You put me on the spot there because it really could go either way, because I think Firestorm showed us on Craters that they are strategically smarter, but I think Erode has shown us that they just have a shaman that is to be feared. So it really could go either way. We could see Erode's absolute shaman perfection dominate this game, or we could see some strategic decisions from Firestorm pinch it.
We've got an early blast battle here as the converts were used as sort of like a blast trick. Population lead is 10 already for Firestorm. So you feel like Erode really needs to win this blast battle right now.
I'm surprised Erode didn't just go into a tower.
He's gone into the water instead, Lavenji. What do you think about that?
Not good for Erode with the population difference. We could just be seeing this game snowball from here. Erode has been building, so perhaps we'll see some rapid dismantling to make up for it. There is a poor convert at the back of the yellow base that Erode can pick up as well. Yellow base, not yellow color tribe, of course, for those of you who just watched what I said and getting confused.
I was getting confused, but yes, I know what you mean. Red Shaman didn't even opt to convert them, has gone straight back to the middle to try and contest the middle. He is 13 population behind, so I feel like he really needs to get this battle won now, because we've seen Firestorm take very early fights on face-off previously. Like I say, against Flatten in the semi-final, he destroyed him very, very quickly. Erode Shaman knocked down the bottom of the hill there. He has got a fire warrior for backup.
Had to use a blast there just to stop himself rolling, which normally isn't a big deal, but when you're on 17 pop, that's a huge use of mana to just not use.
Yeah, he still, did he get those wildmen at the back, or did they just die? I think they just died.
They just died.
So he's just dismantling to get his population up now. We can see the tower coming up from Firestorm, and his warriors fire warriors are coming up there as well. So he's probably going to fill that tower, take out the red towers that are already built, and then just take control of the center. And we know how important that center is in face-off. You can build huts on it, you can build towers on it, it's got trees for days, and if you are feeling spicy, there's a quick volcano stone head in the middle.
At 2 minutes 47 seconds, that is quite quick for a populous prey. But we don't often see that get preyed to on face-off. Why might that be? Right.
Well, I alluded to it. Oh, we alluded to it. I can't remember if we cast a face-off previously. And we're like, what would happen? I don't know. Maybe we'll see. But yes, what will happen? No, but I'm sure it was on this map as well. I might have done it with my Armageddon versus Teleport. I can't quite remember. But if this is prayed, it will trigger a natural volcano, which is very popular single player. There's lots of triggers when you worship dormant volcanoes. So the player will get a volcano. Yeah. Gabba and Bullfrog. The player will get the volcano, but the entire middle will erupt, and you will essentially risk losing control of the middle by taking the volcano, which I have seen many times in the past over the many years. That can actually swing the game in the favor of your opponent by worshipping this. So maybe not always the best idea.
So noteworthy, Erode has completely dismantled himself up to population parity. Of course, he's lost control of the middle to do that. But it does mean that he keeps himself alive.
They're both charging, it's not Lambert, just lightnings. They're both charging lightnings. What are your thoughts on that?
Keeping the Shaman dead on face-off or face me, the 1v1 variant, is very important. So I can see why they've chosen to do it. Utility spells are more than enough to empty these towers. So all you really need is just the ability to kill the enemy Shaman, and then the mid is immediately yours. Just like we see there.
Such factual information you were given there, Lamentia, because as you were saying that, Firestorm's Shaman was backing away like he didn't want to take the fight. And when he did take the fight, he got took out immediately by the lightning of Erode. And Erode has just been so good with his Shaman in this series. Now he's got the ability now to take over the middle. He, like you say, he dismantled his way back up to meet the population of Firestorm, and now he's taking out the middle. And if he destroys these Braves and these Firestorms, Fire Warriors I should say, he will actually take a population lead. And he has! He's 2 population ahead.
Yeah, and just like this, you know, these utility spells, they're cheap, and they get these towers open. People forget how cheap the utility spells actually are. Especially new players. You know, you see lots of new players go for the lightning, but very rarely the swarm and the ghost army, and they're just so good for exactly this. Now the middle has been lost by Firestorm.
Yeah, Firestorm does have a lightning ready to go, whereas Firestorm, Erode, I should say, does not have anything. He's only got the blasts. So we'll be backing off a bit. Doesn't want to get there to Shaman die here. Otherwise, it will swing back in Firestorm's favour. Nice blasts here from Firestorm as he kills a couple of Braves and the Fire Warriors that are attacking him. You can see.
These Fire Warriors are doing invaluable work there. They've just injured up Firestorm's Shaman so that for this Shaman duel that's about to begin, Firestorm's lost a chunk of HP from all those volleys that they've just taken.
Erode not wanting to engage. He wants to charge that lightning. He's charging up. He's almost got it. He's a tick away from getting it. He's got air lightning now, and he casts it immediately. And it knocks Firestorm straight into the water. He was biding his time. He took the time when it came, and he's killed the Shaman. He maintains control of them, and you could see the Fire Warriors from Firestorm are ready to go, but Erode not allowing that at all.
Interestingly, there were 2 yellow Fire Warriors who made sprints for the towers while that was happening, and they got taken out just before they could get into the towers. So Erode is absolutely on top of the Shaman control right now.
It's funny because I was looking at this thinking, Firestorm, I've seen him play this map, he's very good. He had control of hell. I think he's going to do some quick damage here, but Erode's used those utility spells as you mentioned. Killed the Firestorm Shaman, and now he's got control of the middle. He hasn't got any buildings control. He's having to tear down the foundations of Firestorm, which is going to take some time. But when he does get them down, he's going to build his own towers and fortify it, so Firestorm needs to act, and he's acting right now. He's dodged a lightning. Firestorm's definitely patrolling in a nice manner there.
I'm looking to come up the hill.
Yeah, I said that. They stopped patrolling. And now they're all dying.
Bully the Shaman there for a second. This yellow position has been completely dislodged now. Even if red dies, yellow would have to rebuild a brand new set of structures.
Both players have a lightning each now, and the lightning is being cast by Erode, and it kills the Shaman again. He just can't miss. He just waits for the right opportunity. And he takes it, and yes, the warriors from Erode are now going to come in to the front of the base. These huts do have Fire Warriors in them. But as we've seen before, these Shamans, these players, they know how to get these Fire Warriors out of the huts with the perfect time blast.
What you're seeing here is a style of play that is sort of, say, perfected by Dead Sea. You do see it on here, but I'd say the style of play is most prevalent on Dead Sea, and it's your warriors. The warriors can kill an opponent when supported with a Shaman, even if all the Shaman has is lightnings and blasts. Just use your warriors to finish the game, and we're sort of seeing that here. Erode hasn't been going for the Earthquake, the same as Firestorm has. Just a good chunk of troops. Kill the yellow Shaman, get those troops in. Kill the yellow Shaman, get those troops in again. We've seen mid completely conquered by it, and yellow's already lost a hut in their main base. Wow.
You know, this kind of gameplay makes me sad that 1v1s are not very popular in the mainstream multiplayer scene, because what we're seeing here is not something you normally see in team games. The way they're just bringing the warriors in and out, and it's like guerrilla warfare. It's quite interesting to see how these top players are jockeying for positions as the lightning connects from Firestorm. This is Firestorm's chance. Look at it. He brings all his Fire Warriors and warriors right now. This is the opportunity. This could swing the balance of the game.
Good troop numbers for both players. A lot of Fire Warriors for yellow.
There's just so many troops here from Firestorm. What is Erode's play going to be now? Obviously, we don't have any earthquakes from Firestorm, so he's just gonna secure the middle. Look at all those Fire Warriors.
It looks great until they all get killed by a blast.
He's gonna go for the side down, try and flood some warriors in.
Doesn't quite have the land bridges for it. You need two. First one goes down. Going to be communicating to the yellow tribe now that that's what you're going to go for, and these troops are going to now start pushing into your main base. There's no Fire Warriors in... there's one Fire Warrior in one of the frontline huts. But, You need fire warriors in all of these huts if you're going to go from the side door, just to hold the ground, stop the warriors flooding in and absolutely massacring you.
Yeah, Firestorm charging that earthquake now. They're probably going to cast it on the front of Erode's base to do that damage, prevent him from attacking. So many troops in the middle. What can Idril do here against so many troops? He's gone for the lightning on the shaman, has missed, and he's going to get knocked in the water. He has the blast combination with the fire warriors, knocks him straight in there. This is where the earthquake's first earthquake, Lavenji, your 12 minutes is going to come in. I can't believe it's been 12 minutes, and the warriors. Woof, look at that.
Yeah, the earthquake's going to be okay, but the bigger problem is all of those warriors just waiting to charge in. Earthquake's okay. Warriors are now going to take out these frontline huts.
14 warriors from Firestorm to Erode's 9. Erode's shaman has come back now, though. Let's see what he can do. His shaman's heading straight forward. The shaman of Firestorm was stood still for a moment, but he's moving now. Lightning battle, both shamans miss.
It has another lightning. Let's see if he finds an opportunity for it.
Erode's going to be fine with this, taking out the warriors. Obviously lost control of the center now.
This earthquake on the front has done more than just lose. Guarantee that the center's going to be hard to take. It's also made it to the red camp side. Red side now, they just lose their base to these central troops. So now they have to contest the middle, where yellow has...
Such a bold play there by Idril. He's managed to survive, though. He took on all those forces plus a shaman on his own. He's managed to survive. He's on low health now, though. Lightning comes in from Firestorm, kills the shaman. Now he's got the fire warriors to contend with, but they're on low health as well, and he's getting blasted down by the proximity damage of Firestorm. He's going to keep pushing in because he knows they're low health. Only one remains, and the warriors are coming down now. What can Idril do now? He only has 0 fire warriors. 0! He's got no defense.
Unfortunately, Idril is in a position where he has to play the best shaman duel of his life or he loses the game. He can't side because he just loses his base. He has to kill yellow and then take the mid with all of his warriors. Which he could do. He's proven he can do it. He's done it once before. But it's going to be difficult.
He's only got one left and he's managed to connect it. That was necessary to stay in the game. Firestorm was charging an earthquake instead of a lightning now, and we've got the warriors from Idril pushing up forward. As we can see, Idril's actually building on the land bridge that he created earlier.
These warriors can easily take this middle. There's a lot of fire warriors up here, but a swarm or two, you know, Idril's already got the swarm. He's working on a second. He's just completed the second. So, you know, a couple of swarms can empty out some of these towers. There's a lot of warriors here. Proximity blast from shamans. These troops can take the middle, and they probably will. But it's all about what happens when yellow respawns now.
Well, yellow's making his way to the center now. We've got all these troops from Idril making a play. Swarms are out. There's no lightnings from Idril, though, whereas Firestorm does have a lightning. So Idril needs to dodge the lightning that's going to come from Firestorm, and if he does dodge it, he has a chance. He's dodged it. Courtesy of a push from a fire warrior, but he's been knocked into the... Oh, he's still alive. He has a chance. Can he get away from this? He's got a fire warrior coming after him now. Fire warrior's gone down. He's got another one right next to him. He needs to destroy it very, very quickly. He's got one potential blast, but no, he was on such low health. He has gone down. Now Firestorm's making his way to the center, and he's going to retake the middle. I think if his shaman had survived Elementy, he would have had a chance, but it's looking now. If Firestorm retakes this with the 20 population lead, he's going to come in with his Firestorms that he's been charging.
I think you're reading the population numbers wrong, my friend.
I am reading them wrong indeed. He roads with the population lead. What a shock turnaround.
Firestorm lost so many troops on that hill to the army of Idril there, combined with the shaman support.
Wow, I didn't... Wow, okay, so it's not as bad as I thought it was. Okay, Idril still has a chance. He just hasn't got the hill, but he does have the population lead. 16 minutes in this third game in a best of 5.
I don't think I've ever seen a 1v1 face-off go this back and forth. The mid has been taken and lost like 3 times already.
Oh, the lightning is good from Firestorm. He gets the kill. We can see Erod's not opted for any sort of tower defense, so you can obviously see that Erod had planned for losing the hill. He's got 3 towers in his base. Now he's making the assault. He has got the spells he wants to use. The warriors are coming in with him. Shaman's on low health. Shaman's on low health. She survives.
There's no fire warriors to stop her.
Earthquake's in.
And this guy shoot. He shoots.
She dies.
Earthquake doesn't do any damage. Obviously, it's lava and population, but doesn't actually take out any structures at all.
Well, population has swung around, but we've got 30 seconds for Erod to retake the center. Now the towers have been filled. He's charging Swarm now. He needs to get that charged up really quickly. He's got a couple of lightnings and ghosts, which are going to be enough, perhaps, to help him retake it. But he'll want to keep some of those lightnings, maybe one for the enemy shaman that's going to come back and try and retake the middle as well. So let's see what the warriors can do.
Yeah, you don't need to use the lightnings on the towers. The road has plenty of ghost army. Save those lightnings for the shaman, get the ghost army down, and just take this hill. And we don't need to tell Erode how to play the game. Erode knows what they're doing, and they're showing it. The hill is theirs. Gonna have to watch out for the side, though. We talked about how Erode doesn't want a side, but it could be an opportunity for Firestorm. This side strip is very exposed. There's nothing there for defense. None of these huts have fire warriors in them. All the troops are going to the mid to secure it. So you do need to be careful. And it does look like Firestorm is along the same sort of line of thought as they are charging a land bridge.
Yeah, it looked like they weren't sure what they want to do. They were going to head over there, but they decided charging it. They're building a couple more towers for defense. I guess they're expecting to have their front earthquaked very soon, as they have now lost control of the middle. It's going to be the opportunity for Erode to build some towers up there, and here we go. Side door is going to come into play. This is a fascinating tournament.
Erode already knew it was coming. Shaman already giving up the hill to go towards the side strip. Yellow has not changed their mind to go towards the hill and is going to continue pursuing down this side strip.
Well, I think it's a very good idea from Firestorm this, because Erode only has Braves here, and he was using this land bridge earlier to sort of supplement his base, because like I say, he lost that that front of his base due to the earthquake earlier, and the warriors are now going to come and tear apart these huts.
Look at how many warriors are in the middle for the red tribe now. If yellow goes down, or these warriors die, there's going to be nothing that stops this surge of troops just wiping yellow's base out.
Well, I feel like Firestorm is aware of that. He's got the nice towers and firewalls there, but let's just see how this side door plays out and see who makes the first move. It looks like, I mean, I doubt we'll see it, but I would absolutely cream my pants if Firestorm goes for the boat play.
2 minutes. Beginning it.
2 minutes for a boat. 2 minutes for a boat hut, and your opponent can't get a boat hut. They can only get a spy hut. The earthquake is in. Not a bad earthquake. I mean, it obviously doesn't sink anything, but it does the damage. It kills some population. He's got a population lead again, Firestorm. He hasn't got the hill. There's 2 towers on the hill now. Both are filled, but the warriors are doing some damage there. Sort of baiting the shame coming out. The lightning has missed from Erode. Erode's got 2 more ready to go though, so it's just back and forth here. Who wants to commit? But both players know that if a shaman dies here, it could change the way this game goes on.
Lightning!
Why do we ever think it's going to be Erode shaman that dies? He just doesn't die.
He just doesn't die, and now he's got spells. He's got a land bridge, he's got swarms, he's got ghost armies, he's got lightnings, he's got an earthquake. You know, he doesn't need to be scared. I'm surprised he is leaving the side strip and not advancing down it, because now these warriors just get to come running down it. But he is bringing back his own warriors.
Yep, shaman in the middle, warriors back to the side door. He's going to try and get the earthquake off. Do some damage. Earthquake from the tower. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Yellow Shaman's respawned and immediately going down the side strip. Gets the hut that had all the fire warriors in it. Now this base is wide open.
Yeah, if he sends his Shaman back to the side door, which he already has, he's well ahead of me. And then warriors are going to be able to run in the front now and do a lot of damage. If he can mop up the warriors and Shaman or Firestorm at the side door.
He doesn't even need to mop up Firestorm Shaman. He could just keep her back and then send his warriors in. High defensively. Earthquake coming out. Oh, but he does mop her up.
Oh.
Lesser men may have failed, but not Erode. Erode is absolutely playing out of their mind.
Erode was built to kill Shamans. He's like the Terminator of Populous.
Big troop influx. Or Firestorm going to come in again. I'm surprised by Erode's decisions. I would have played this a little bit differently. Not that I'm saying I'm even remotely close to Erode.
We're going for the lightning from the tower. He's gone for the second one and it's hit! He's got the kill!
He got it!
He got the kill from the tower! He obviously forced Firestorm's troops back with his own warriors that were sent to the side door, so Firestorm could not engage. He got the earthquake off. He got the lightning, the beautiful lightning kill from the tower. Now what is he going to do? He's charging an earthquake.
He needs to make something decisive happen, is what he needs to do. You know, he needs to actually make a move that's going to cripple Firestorm. Now, personally, because his Shaman was on the side strip killing Firestorm Shaman, I would have left my Shaman there. I know he got the earthquake off on the front, but I would have left my Shaman there the second time, not the first time, to deal with the troops, and then had all those warriors charge in. And there's what, 3 towers? The amount of warriors that were in the center.
He got that beautiful kill off, didn't he? Got the beautiful kill off from the tower, but now he's just letting him respawn, so it was all for naught.
But, you know, look at the populations, look at the green bars. It's neck and neck, it's even. It's, you know, nothing decisive has been done. Beautiful kills back to back, yes. Alleviated the pressure when Red was in a position where they were pretty much just about to lose the game. But nothing has been done decisively to the opponent, and we're sort of in this neutral position still.
We are seeing 2 of the best players of Populous play right now, Leveji. There is no doubt in my mind.
I think Firestorm and Erode can be very proud. No matter who wins tonight, they can both be very proud. They have shown us some of the best Populous that has ever been captured on stream.
And they've played nothing but 3, I know they're modified versions, but 3 of the original 1998 maps created by Bullfrog. So we've seen some proper Populous on some proper maps. Now what happens is we're going to see some proper Populous on some crazy maps after this. But so far, this 3 games have been phenomenal to watch.
Blade a crazy map. I think you're being a bit generous to Blade, calling it a crazy map.
Yeah, I was focusing on Temple of Upsa, really.
Yes, some crazy clan, I don't know who it is, put out Temple at Uppsala.
Well, they're fun maps. They're not meant to be played seriously. It's your fault for adding them to the map pool.
Not my fault. They're before my time.
Yeah, you're the organizer. A land bridge here from Firestorm, creating some land. So, right, they're going to build some huts down. So this is different. Not something we've seen from either player so far, really, in this tournament, where they've created land rather than just be pure aggressive after aggressive after aggressiveness. The offensiveness has been
very rarely does a face-off game end up like this, but I think it's the correct decision for Firestorm. He just needs more population right now.
I really like it. I mean, two land bridges and you get your population up by 15, potentially 20, 30. You're looking good.
What surprises me, again, I'm going to preface this by saying I'm not a smart player, or as good a player as these 2 are, is that nobody's connecting to their spy gargoyle. Not because they need the spy hut, but you get so many huts for just 1 land bridge.
That's true, yep. 1 land bridge, you can build all the way along it. I think players have been a bit too preoccupied to head to the side of their base at the minute.
Definitely right now. I'm not saying Erode should just pack up and be like, do you know what, I really need a land bridge right here. This second.
Yeah, if he does that and loses the game, we're going to blame you. We've got Erode stood still right now, but he's moving forward. We're going to get some lightning battles now. The first one's missed. He has got 2 more available. Ah, the second one's good. The Earthquake was tempted by Firestorm, but didn't manage to cast it. He won't lose it. He won't lose it. He's still got it. He has thought about charging Firestorm there, but he hasn't. Loads of warriors in the center from a road. He hasn't built any huts or anything in the middle, but he has fortified it with some towers.
The trees are growing back, and the land is sort of healing, so you could squeeze a hut or two there. A lot of the land has been jumped on and therefore ruined for construction, but there's a few hut spots here that could be used. Even just a second warrior training hut is a popular thing among players like Ice. Get a second warrior hut up here if you secure the middle, just for extra troop production.
Oh yeah, warrior hut in the center, very popular thing as well. Like you're saying about the land bridge, one land bridge here, you can get potentially 4+ huts built along there.
Well, that's what I was thinking, you know, one land bridge effectively expands you quite a lot. If you can be bothered to micromanage the wood, of course. It's not like there's trees on that strip for building on.
Well, we've got Firestorm doing it now, but he's actually going for the secondary side door, perhaps. We've got Erode reacting. Is he going to cast himself? What's he doing?
I don't know what they call this. They call this the short side or something like that. I don't... They have a term for this side in Face-Off, but I don't know what it is. I don't.
There's so many terms. Back in my day, it was just like a side door. You side in the front, you kind of thing.
This is the side. I think this is the short side or the quick side or something like that, even though it's not quick.
Well, he did cast it. He's going to build on there, but he has got the potential to use that later on in the game. You know, should he need it, he will use it. He has got the population lead, has Firestorm, 15 population ahead. Erode has been on the defense. Even though Erode has the middle, he's been on the defensive for quite a while.
This is the problem. I think Erode has underestimated their own position in this match, and they were a bit scared to make decisive plays when they had the opportunity to because of the early damage they took. And because of that, we're seeing a normalization into what is effectively going to be a bit more of a Earthquake spammy game now.
Yeah, we're approaching the 30-minute mark of a face-off 1 versus 1 here, which is
both
interesting.
Players working on Firestorms. So we're going to be seeing some more traditional shaman-centric.
Yeah, I've noticed that Fire Warrior Hut as well. I know. Let's go for a second Fire Warrior Hut.
But more importantly, I know I pinged the Fire Warrior Hut. I didn't mean to ping that. I meant to ping the tower. That's one land bridge for a yellow tower.
Potentially, yeah. Putting some pressure on here is Firestorm, just casting some ghosts, blasting a few followers. There's a Fire Warrior in a tower on that hill. It's going to pose a little bit of a problem if the Shaman's also not there, if the Shaman is there as well. But if the Shaman's taken out with a nice lightning, the first one misses from Erode. It will be taken out quite easily, and the second one's good though. The lightning, the land bridge save is fine from Firestorm. We've got lightning back and forth there. These players know where the enemy is going to cast a lightning, so they prepare the land bridge, but he hasn't prepared one for that lightning, has he? He's gone down. Now, what is Erode going to do? This is finally an opportunity to do something. He's been on the back foot for the past 5 minutes. He's killed the Shaman. Where's he going? He's going in the middle. He's going in the middle of Benji. Why?
I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. He's going to go towards the middle, and he could launch a really big attack with all his warriors. Then he's going to see the yellow warriors on his side strip, and he's going to turn around and defend. That's what's going to happen.
Is he going to land bridge the hill? You're confident? No.
Only Babbo does that.
Well, let's see what happens now. As you said, the warriors are coming in.
Fire warriors in this front hut, but oh, good use of the Braves. Good use of the Braves. Going to hold them in range of all of these fire warriors. Going to check this earthquake very quickly. It's a good one. Gets a large hut for its trouble. Makes a bunch of water. Look at the use of these Braves to hold these warriors in position while the fire warriors absolutely massacre them.
Warriors from red in the middle.
But look at how many warriors there are. There's 32 warriors for Firestorm. There's 40 for red.
This is a good old-fashioned base trade here, Lavenji, as Firestorm comes in through the side, Erode comes in through the center. Earthquake from Firestorm kills a ton of men. Population's gone down 25 minus for Firestorm right now, but he's coming in through the center with these ghosts, with these warriors.
Both Shamans holding onto their, never mind. I was going to say both Shamans holding onto their Firestorms because of how important the troops are. And Erode has decided he doesn't want to hold on to his Firestorm any longer. He throws out a Lightning. Does not get the kill. Does Earthquake the front line as well. Throws out another Earthquake. So it's going to be Firestorm's base that takes the first punishing. But look at all these warriors that are going into Erode's base. And there's just nothing here to stop them.
Oh, is she going to get the retaliation with the Fire Warriors? Is she going to run away quickly? She dies. Okay, the Warriors. That's a lot of Warriors from red. The Warriors from yellow are doing some damage.
Both players now. There are Fire Warriors in huts. Strategically placed. Still getting some good splash damage.
So many Warriors here from Erode. There are more Warriors here than there is population. Firestorm, I think.
I think Erode has done it. I think they've made the decisive strike that they needed. Hut is falling after Hut. Firestorm's having to Firestorm his own structures just to deal with the troops. If that isn't a GG sign, I don't know what is. Firestorm only has 2 Braves. Firestorm has 1 Brave left.
Oh my goodness, he's got no Braves left. He's got 14 Warriors, 12 Fire Warriors, and that's it.
Firestorm has lost.
His Shaman goes down.
Final Brave, the Shaman goes down. There's only Warriors and Fire Warriors left to keep Firestorm in the game. I think Erode has done it. Decisive strike. Both players building up troop numbers. Both players going for the trade. And it's actually Erode who gets the better of it.
We were looking at that thinking, Erode's going to go to the middle, and Firestorm's going to overwhelm him with his warriors. But no, look how many Fire Warriors Erode's had back at his base to mop up the warriors.
What happened was I moused over Firestorm's troop numbers, and I saw 33 Fire Warriors and 33 Warriors, and I thought Firestorm's going to absolutely murder Erode. Then I moused over Erode's troops and saw 40 Warriors and 44 Fire Warriors, and thought, never mind. Both players invested the vast majority of their Braves into troops.
And GG has been called, Avengi. It's 2-1 to Erode. Who is Erode? And who is Firestorm? Who are these players? I don't know who they are, Avengi, but they are both brilliant at Populous at the beginning. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to the 4th game in this best of 5 final of the Invisible Cup. 2nd edition between Firestorm and Erode. Player identities are hidden. We don't know who's who. The only person that knows is Lavengi, and he's keeping stum. So in yellow is Firestorm. He is 1 game behind now. He's against match point. His opponent in red is Erode, 2-1 up. He's played phenomenally throughout this tournament, and he's playing phenomenally in this final. We're on the map Blades, Lavengi. How are you feeling about this map?
Do you know, when this map was put into the tournament, I had a really good feeling about it. I thought it's a fun map, it's 1v1, it's different, it's not Idril, we'll see something different, it will be fun, the second pass will get used. And then I was instantly reminded why I should actually load up all the maps before I put them in the map pool. Because it turns out that the side door is too far away to be very useful, and that this map is actually just a 1 versus 1 variant of the map Tom, if you've ever played that. And I find this map very boring.
Well, I've seen games on this map a fair bit here, while the Blast Battle here was phenomenal there. Firestorm absolutely mopping up Erode. Now he's going to push in very early here, potentially. There's no defense here yet from Erode. Could he do some early damage? We'll see. But yeah, this map, we've only seen it, I think, in my opinion, from one-sided games. And what we can definitely say from the last 3 games, there is no one-sided matchup here. These 2 players are very, very well matched. So it'll be interesting to see how these do on Blade.
Interestingly, we're seeing a sort of honor respect system being shown by Firestorm. Now, personally, I believe in tournaments anything goes. But, you know, Firestorm's killed Erode's Shaman, did blast the forward Braves, but it isn't actually disrupting any of these Braves building these towers or pushing in, which is the total opposite of what Erode did to Bloodlust on this map, I might add. Erode pushed right in and just went blast crazy.
And I saw Erode versus Swarm on this, and Erode was very, very quick with a nice early earthquake and pretty much destroyed Swarm on this map. Another blast battle in the center now. Whose way is it going to go this time? As Firestorm has to back off as he's seeing stars. He has got the towers filled though, so he's got a nice early defense here. He's pulled one out. He's going to bring it into the earlier towers to get a defense which push forward a little bit further. This is nice to see. We've got Firestorm taking some control. He has got a population lead as well. And were there wildmen on this map, Levenji? I can't quite remember.
There were wildmen on this map. It's a very low population of wildmen. If you're not entirely sure, you can... Oh, he's just died. Never mind. I was about to ping the last wildman on the map. I was about to ping the last map. The last man on the map, but he decided he didn't want the camera time and just self-deleted.
Yeah, very, very shy of public speaking kind of thing. Another blast battle occurring now. And Red's being pushed towards the Fire Warriors of Yellow, but Yellow's also being pushed towards that tower. Yellow has come out victorious here. So Firestorm with an early lead here. 10 population advantage, has got an opportunity to do something now. He is charging. He's already charged an Earthquake. Maybe what's he going to do? Is he going to charge a Ghost Army to get rid of this tower? And then go and put a deep Earthquake in? The one thing about this earlier, we did say that Firestorm was not going for an early aggression here. There's so many trees though, you can't really blast trees. There were a lot of Braves, so blasting one Brave at a time probably wouldn't be beneficial. So maybe the early attack wouldn't have been too beneficial. But we're going to see what he's going to do. Both players dismantling very heavily here as their populations rise and rise.
Well, I'm not saying he needed to get in there and burn every single Brave, but sort of Firestorm was patrolling on the front line while all 4 of these towers on high ground were being finished. Could have at least denied them being finished by blasting the Braves.
Well, the Earthquakes come down from Firestorm. We've seen Erode dismantle these huts completely, so that could be me playing as Erode now. Could be me confirmed as he dismantles his huts completely. But the Earthquake's pretty good, takes out portion of the defense and creates that puddle. Now, is that puddle good for Erode or bad for Erode? We've been through this before, haven't we, Avenger? What do you feel that's going to be beneficial for?
I did not hear the question. I was reading the chat. What did you say?
We'll quickly watch this blast battle here as Erode is victorious. What I was saying is this puddle here, is that beneficial for Erode or for Firestorm?
At the moment, I would say it's beneficial for Firestorm because it's going to strip back the amount of defense that Erode can build. However, as we transition into sort of the mid to late game, it will slowly become beneficial for Erode because Warriors are going to have a hard time getting in past that puddle.
We've got a tornado coming here from Erode, taking out the tower. He's got some Warriors as well in support. 4 Warriors there. And the tornado takes out the second hut as well. And that Earthquake takes out both towers. That's a brutal attack there from Erode. Very, very nice. He can pull them Warriors away now as well to keep them alive so they don't die to the fall.
Ghost Warriors. Great use of Ghost Warriors to tank large amounts of tower shots. I talked about it in a previous game that Fire Warriors in towers gain a significant damage bonus to all troop types except Warriors, and that applies to their Ghost as well. So a Fire Warrior not in a tower deals about 104 damage to a Warrior. When he's in a tower, he deals 114. It's negligible.
Okay, a blast battle in favor of Firestorm this time. Swarm comes out on the tower. What else has Firestorm got here? Biding his time as he charges up his second Earthquake. Going to go for a quick early devastating attack perhaps. Ghost Army on the one tower that does have a Fire Warrior in it. The other Fire Warrior coming up now. There's 2 in defense, but that shouldn't be much of a trouble for the Firestorm Shaman. Should it?
Have to see. She throws the Earthquake down. Red Shaman making the bold move to walk across it. Now this could go any way. In fact, Red Shaman not on fire, just barely. Trying to go for the proximity damage. Does get it with the assistance of the Fire Warrior.
Yeah, Earthquake seemed a bit very, very unnecessary there. But it has managed to result in the death of the Firestorm Shaman.
Made a nice hole in Erode's base there.
Yeah, Erode has taken a few early beatings here. Firestorm obviously took some to his defense, but we've got a almost 20 population lead for Firestorm right now. Let's see what Erode can do as he comes across Firestorm's defense. He's got a couple of tornadoes ready to go. Probably going to tornado the hut with all those fire warriors in. Especially now that he couldn't blast them. Let's see what he does. Tornado on the tower. Bringing up some Braves. Going to maybe build some towers here. Refortify this position for his own. He's just taking his time, thinking about what to do. I saw this when he played Swarm as well. He was very meticulous in his movement, was Erode. He would make an advance and then wait, do what he's doing, manage his base, plan his assault, and then attack and move forward again. Like the Caesar of Populous. And he's got the kill. He's managed to get the kill, the Venji.
Sorry, the reason I've been so quiet is my stream chat are having the great debate over which version is superior. And it's very distracting, guys. Just gonna put that out there.
1.5 on Multiverse. It's a difficult debate, I know.
Well, no, it's a 1.5 or 1.1, except they want to include 1.1b in that, which is not 1.1.
There's no debate to be had. 1.5 is a superior version.
All I'm going to say, I'm not going to pick a camp. I'm going to say I will host tournaments for the version that I like. If you would like a different version, host your own tournament.
Yeah. Well, 1.1b, is that similar to Multiverse?
The 1.1b is Akani, yes. It's the multiverse build that was repurposed for the other matchmaker.
Oh, this. Well, I mean, I prefer. Well. Anyway, Blast Battle. Best of 3, 4th game. Erode again gets the kill, okay? Erode keeps killing Firestorm's Shaman like it's nothing. Now, who in the community can do that? Who can be so much better with their Shaman than anyone else? We've seen that throughout the tournament that Erode's Shaman is just better. And I think when I watched the Erode vs Swarm game, I didn't see much in terms of, quality of their base building, their macro management, but the Shaman was the difference to the Benji. Who is it? Who could it be? Who does your chat think it is? This is a guessing game after all.
Oh, they're not interested in the players anymore. They're still on 1.1 versus 1.5. So go to your chat instead.
My chat is silent. They are focused. They are watching this game intently. It's important. This could be Erode's victory here. Is he stand still? Maybe he gets hit by a lightning, but he doesn't. He gets swarmed against. Didn't expect that. Tornado from Firestorm now as he gets sucked up, does Erode. He gets thrown out now. Blasts are coming in. Very nice indeed. We've got a couple of blasts and ghosts coming off now. Erode Shaman getting hit up again, but he's not dying yet. There's the Earthquake and the blast. The Shaman of Firestorm goes down. The Earthquake comes out. There's a fair bit of damage there, but it's only against the front of the base of Erode. Erode won't mind that at all. Firestorm still has the 15 population advantage, but his defense is not very intimidating. Now, let me tell you that for free.
Green bar advantage is still in favor of Firestorm, as is the normal population advantage. But here comes Erode looking for a counter-attack of their own. Throws down the Earthquake. Couple of warriors going to be coming on in as well.
Yeah, damage has been done there by the Earthquake. And again, map control is in favor of Erode.
Who do you want to win this match, Craig?
I can say confidently 100% right now, this match... What do you mean, the match of this game?
This particular game, sorry.
I would... This particular game right on Blade, I would like Firestorm to win. I want this to go all the way. Not because I want to see a Temple of Upsa decider. I want this to keep
That's
going.
exactly why I want Erode to win. So that I don't have to watch a Temple of Upsa decider.
I want to watch these two players play a best... Now, in Age of Empires 2, like a best of 21 used to be like a thing to decide. Who is the best player? Let's do a best of 21 over like 3 days. I would love to see these two players do something similar on really good competitive maps, not crazy maps, really good 1v1 maps, and just decide who is the best and see some proper content. I mean, I've made it known before, Lavenji, as the followers of Erod's Warriors and Firestorm's Fire Warriors battle each other out in the middle there. I've made it well known that the original default restrictions that people play with are not particularly entertaining to watch. They're not particularly entertaining to watch, these restrictions. I much prefer Revival. However, watching these players use these restrictions and master the game it's making me swing back the other way. Do you know what I'm saying? It's really entertaining to watch really good players play really well.
And I think that's always been my defense of the traditional meta, for lack of a better word. Whilst I do support Revival, obviously I've hosted 2 tournaments for it. Nice lightning for the Red Shaman. I'll come back to that thought in a second as we just see what Red Shaman comes to do now. Gonna charge some warriors forward. It does have access to 1 more lightning and an earthquake. We may see it onto these huts on the sort of right-hand side here. There's a medium hut and a small hut a little bit exposed that have fire warriors in them. Might just earthquake them to get rid of them. We'll have to see what the Red Shaman does as she continues to rapidly blast. Good. She patiently waits for the Shaman to reposition herself away from the puddle so that she can cast a spell. Get pushed, but not pushed into the water. The Shaman is doing some Tony Hawk Pro Skater bullshit as she fucking teleports all over the screen. Pardon my language.
How drunk are you?
Quite a bit. I'm not even going to pretend that I'm not. What was the thought that I said I was going to come back to? Because I've forgotten it.
Revival, but these restrictions you were in favour of, this meta restriction, kind of.
So, yes, having played Revival and hosted tournaments and gathered players, oh my god.
What a beautiful
Never mind,
lightning.
we'll shelf the thought again, as once
Shelve
again,
it whilst
Red gets the second...
Erode takes the population lead now, and he gets the Shaman kill, and he's pushing in, but his Shaman just doesn't die. She does not die. What spells has Erode got here? A new earthquake, okay. So it's not going to be the end of the game if she does get in here, but she's managed to go into the water.
Puddle. Okay, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for the thought. We're going to finish it this time round.
Here we go.
I do enjoy Revival as a concept. I liked the idea, but I think the execution has been a little bit lackluster. I actually played in the last Revival tournament as well as hosted it. I think Revival actually gives people a little bit of what I call sort of choice paralysis. There's too much to do, too much to think about, that it actually becomes quite hard and unpleasant to play, in my opinion. But I have always appreciated the quality of the people who have mastered the meta. I'm not thinking the mediocre players who play this every day and don't get a little bit better, but right now you're looking at Erode and Firestorm, who I can say confidently are 2 players that have mastered this meta that Populous Reincarnated has built. And they're showing that these games can be exciting, they can be interesting with the tool set that's been built, and they can still be strategic and different as well.
My takeaway from what you've just said there is that you're far too sober.
Wouldn't say that.
Well, yeah, I think this is the first time I'm actually impressed at watching the multiplayer default restrictions, because I don't know if it'll top the Revival tournament final. We'll see where this one goes, because that was a phenomenal final that went all the way and it saw everything. But I can understand what you're saying about paralysis, because it is, I don't think it's a Revival thing, it's a Populous thing. There were so many spells and so many vehicles and so many different things you can do.
I think it's not helped by Revival, and that Revival has tried to do too much rebalancing. And I get the sort of how do I say? I get the sort of decision behind why you want to rebalance some of the spells, because of Magical Shield, Swamp, you know, a lot of these traditionally... Oh my god, that puddle, someone
just
needs to put it in. It's
please.
so many Shaman live. But, you know, not only do you have to keep in mind everything, every single thing you've ever learned in Populous, all the different unit stats, all their different abilities, all the different spells and all their potential uses, as well as keep in mind what your opponent is doing at the same time. You then also have to keep in mind what has Rallymer, bless him, and I say this with love because guy's one of my friends and has worked very hard on this mod. What changes has Rallymer made from the single player that you know, but you also have to keep in mind?
Yeah,
We see it all the time in the tournament, the casting from vehicles. Probably one of the better changes that ever happened is Shaman's not casting from vehicles, but you see you can't cast from vehicles message 100 times because people keep forgetting.
Yeah, I agree with that. We've just seen a phenomenal lightning there from Erode as he managed to destroy Firestorm Shaman, who was just picking up some momentum. He was clawed himself back into I don't want to say back into the game, but he was taking back the position in the center of the map now, and he's lost it again as Erode makes a play again with some warriors, but not very many, and his Shaman. Spell-wise, he's got a lightning and two lightnings and an earthquake. Can do a bit of damage here if he gets in a little bit, but needs to watch this bloody puddle. People keep falling in it. He's making his way past, and then he gets the earthquake off. Now going to do some damage. Populations are not too different apart, but yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I as someone who watched, I think it was the revival tournament with you, as Erode still causing some hassle here. Lightning's coming out from Firestorm, but the earthquake did not cast. So he's going to keep that as okay, this is the chance now. We'll go back, we'll shelve revival for a little bit as Firestorm has an opportunity now to take back the middle control of this map blade. In this fourth match here, he needs this, does Firestorm, to stay in this tournament.
Someone in my chat says this map was a mistake, and whilst I haven't been referring to my chat very often, I am inclined to agree. Do not like this map.
I don't know, I think it has potential. I think it's simple.
It's too simple. It's too one path. I think the side door needs to be closer. It needs to be 1 or 2 land bridges, not 3.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. He rolled back now, dodging the lightning from Firestorm. Earthquake comes out. Bugger this, says Firestorm. I'm not taking part in your Shaman battles anymore. You're too good. Take this earthquake. Does kill quite a few followers there. Population's only 6 population difference now. Green bar is better for Erode though, and green bar for anyone who's watching means maximum population.
Exactly. Those of you who are looking at the I mod, you'll see 2 numbers in the bottom right next to the players' names and colors. The first number is the population. That's how many followers they actually have on the field right now. The second number is what we're talking about when we refer to the green bar. That's how many followers they can have at maximum. Obviously, every hut they have increases that number.
Ooh.
And nice lightning duel there. Dots in the yellow shaman going down once again.
Very nice. Just this Erode's just ability to come out on top of the majority of shaman duels is good. I mean, it's you've got to watch it. You've got to just appreciate it and think, wow, how.
When I really think we're seeing sort of what I set, and I'm quite glad that I sort of set this up when we were watching the Pressure Point game, and it has continued to be true as the games have gone on. We've seen the much better Shaman from Erode coming up against the sort of strategic mind of Firestorm. You know, cannot be understated, even though Firestorm's up against it with match point. You know, this is match point for them.
Yep.
To potentially be knocked out. Their Craters game was strategic brilliance in terms of the decision-making they made, and even some of the decisions they made on face-off were good decisions. This map's a little bit restricting for them in terms of the decisions they can make because of how simple it is, and I think they're sort of feeling a bit of the punishment for that. Not that I'm making excuses for them, they picked this map. They could have picked the other map, Temple at Upsa, but they picked this map.
Yeah, when it comes to decision making on this map, there's not many to make, and like you said, the better Shaman has a chance to shine in this aspect. As the earthquake comes in from Firestorm, not much there, but it just prevents map control from 40-year-old, I should say, as Firestorm's trying to get his towers built up in the centre there. Populations have evened out a bit again. Erod's got the spells charged up though, so it is in favour of him slightly at the moment. Lightning battles miss, 2 lightnings from each. Not connecting.
How do you feel about the possibility that the worst spell in Populous history might be the best player in Populous history?
Well, if Erode is Nisi, then I'd be like, fair enough. Because Nisi, I think, statistically is the best player in Populous history. If it's someone else, like, if this is, you know, if this is Meth or someone, I don't know if you can call them the best in Populous history, but my god, what a display of talent they have shown so far this evening.
Well, we could go with the popular guess, in that lots of people are believing that Erode is Spinifex, and Spinifex is not a name that has appeared in many of my tournaments. I think he's been in one. Of all of the tournaments I've hosted at Populous, I think he showed up in one of them. And it was the last Invisible Cup, and he got knocked out by Babak. So,
wow, okay.
What a name to make for yourself as someone who doesn't join tournaments.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him play it. That's the thing.
To just join a tournament and instantly win it. What a name to make for yourself if this is Spinifex.
But could Firestorm be Spinifex and Nissi be Erode? You know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean, it's possible. I've only gone with the popular guess.
Populations are still very even. The green bar has sort of evened up as well. We have got charged spells for Erode here. Earthquake, 2 land bridges, 3 lightnings, 3 swarms. Firestorm's got an Earthquake, 2 land bridges, 2 lightnings, 1 swarm. But he is charging a Firestorm. He's almost halfway there. Earthquake's in. The Earthquake's in from Erode.
Divinity makes the perfect statement. Whatever happens, this finals has been epic, and I'm inclined to agree. What about you, Craig?
Not enough Temple of Upsa for me.
Shut up.
Who am I kidding? This is amazing. Only 2 days ago, I was ready to strangle Yelavenji, so I'm very pleased that we've actually got this final.
Strangle me. It's not my fault that this game was almost not played, okay? It's not my fault. I've done everything I can to make these matches happen, okay?
Yeah, I know. I know what it's like, guys. Don't worry. Trust me. When it comes to organising anything within the Populous community, the fact that these players have turned up and played their games is astonishing in itself, and you as a host should be very proud of that.
I am proud, but I am also proud of the community. The community, whenever I put up a little poll that says, you know, I'm going to do this, are you interested? They come out in droves. When I host Invisible Cup, they're here watching, they're here donating, they're here contributing to the prize pool. And, you know, it wouldn't be possible without them as well. So as much as people give me credit for hosting the tournaments, people take my tournaments seriously, and that really helps it happen. So, back to the action. We've got a base trade coming out here. Large amount of warriors coming in. And we've got a full evacuation.
This is absolutely crazy.
Every single brave Red has is going into the yellow base. But Red has died. This is dangerous.
Oh my god, Red Shaman's gone down. Red Shaman's gone down. There are flood. There are an absolute flood of warriors coming in from Firestorm into the base of Erode now. He's bringing his entire base has come on back now. Even though the warriors are there, the Shaman is deciding what to do. Is Firestorm Shaman. She's coming back now, but by the time she gets there, Erode's Shaman will have returned.
That is a surprise.
They're all idle. They're all idle.
Someone asked in the chat earlier, and I never answered it, whether the prize pool has increased or whether it's been the same. Yesterday, Tyler gave £150 to the prize pool.
Wow.
The prize pool has increased.
That is
Not
a
a lightning!
crucial, absolutely crucial lightning, Lavenji. I don't know what else to say. I think that lightning has won Firestorm the game. If he can track down that population now and kill it, which he's going to do with his shaman. He's got his base back at home. This could be... We could be going to the temple. All of a sudden, this was in Erod's favour. This side door has just changed everything.
Normally I'd be excited for game 5, but Temple at Upsa.
The Firestorm comes in. The Firestorm comes in. The Braves are in the middle of nowhere. No man's land. This is like between North Korea and South Korea. This is the demilitarized zone, Lavenji. The earthquake comes in. The Braves are in the middle of nowhere. They're going to get shot by both forces here. They don't know what to do.
Look at these Braves getting absolutely massacred by the Fire Warriors. It goes to show this is one of the currently active big debates of Populous at the beginning, which is, does running your pop work? Lots of people are saying you actually shouldn't run your population when you're going to take damage. You should just take the damage and accept that they can't kill your whole base in the time it takes you to do something. Other people say you should run your population, and this is going to be one of those games that sits in that debate.
113 population to 7. I can't believe it. Within 2 minutes, the entire game is flipped. It's flipped on its head. Erode was in favor. He took, rather than defend the side door, he evacuated and lost the game.
His shaman wasn't in position to defend because of where she was stood. She was in Yellow's base. Had she not died, I mean, the evacuation might have been smart.
Maybe, but he could have at least took some fire warriors there to defend against the shaman or something. I don't really know. Put some troops there, but wow, that was like, regardless of what the players' decisions were, you were speaking about strategic play of Firestorm versus the strength of the shaman of Erode, and right there we've just seen strategy winning over shaman skills. So we're going to our 5th, baby.
And we are here for game number 5 of the grand finals of the Invisible Cup. This is the last game you're going to see of Populous the Beginning tournaments in 2024. We're not in 2014. I don't even know what year it is. And we have, playing as the red tribe in the blue base, it is Erode. And his opponent fought back with strategic brilliance. Yellow tribe, yellow base. It is Firestorm. And once again, and it's been an absolute pleasure, this is the second incredible grand finals where I have been joined by the one, the only Craig, also known as The Beginning on YouTube. How are you doing, Craig?
Couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. I mean, it's a bit pathetic when you look down on yourself thinking, wow, this guy playing this 1998 game and being so happy and emotional over it. But come on, this is a best of 5 finale of a tournament with over 500 euros in it for a game that barely anyone even plays or knows about. This is amazing. I'm very happy. I'm so thrilled that these players have gone to a 5th game, a decider, and a best of 5 Leggy. I'm just so happy. The map itself, maybe not so pleased, but let's see how it goes.
Yeah, this map is absolute dog shit, and we may just see the most underwhelming game 5 of the grand finals. But while we still have a game to talk about, I would not call you sad at all. I was actually reflecting on that myself as I was getting some water to wash down all the cider. I was thinking, this is a community that we have had odds with each other, and I've not actually been in it very long. I joined it in 2019, but it is a community that we do care about. I've given significant portions of my time, even though I'm not very skilled at the game, to host things like these tournaments and to give back to a community that has effectively, a lot of them have become my best friends. You know, Babbo, who's a name that comes up very often. I play other games with him all the time. Yourself, you were a YouTuber whose Friday free-for-all videos and single-player videos I used to fall asleep to when I was having my anxiety attacks and mental health struggles. So to think that I'm sat here casting side by side with someone who made Populous look so fun, it's an absolute pleasure, and it's something that means the world to me. So I certainly wouldn't laugh at you for getting emotional over this game.
I appreciate it, bud. It's very, very nice to hear that Populous is touching to so many of us. I mean, I have a wife and kid because of it, but let's not get too sappy right now, because let's look at the map.
We do have a game.
Look at the populations of NG.
We do have a game to cast, and unfortunately, it is on Temple at Upsa. It's probably a one-sided match, as the populations are vastly different. If you don't know this map, you lose as soon as the map begins, and I think that's sort of become evident for Erode, who is just so far behind because they just didn't get all of the convert that they wanted. Now, we'll see what Firestorm chooses to do. This Tornado's Stonehead has won the game for literally everyone that's prayed for it. I think with Firestorm's population, they most certainly should pray for it. You know, 10 followers, yes, but for a 17-second tornado, you stupid not to get it. This, you know, you can use that on shamans to kill them. It comes in so fast. But let's not write this off, because I did that for the revival finals, and we ended up having one hell of a game there. So let's see what happens. Both shamans throwing out blasts. Like the yellow shaman.
Good. The yellow shaman takes some damage, but she gets knocked away. The red shaman's in low health, and she goes down as well, and she's nearly twice the population behind. Now red warriors are coming, but
Red shaman was very greedy there, was trying to finish a charge of tornado before charging blast, and that's why they didn't do their last blast trick at the end there. They were actually finishing a tornado charge. So they have a tornado, but at what cost as yellow walks in?
oh, this could be such a quick final. I feel like Erode might not know the map too well. They are building quickly, they're building well, but they are so far behind the population. The earthquake comes in now from Firestorm, potentially could destroy this Fire Warrior trading hut from Firestorm, and it does. F from Erode, and it does. Now, Firestorm, Fire Warrior is probably maybe not the most important unit on this map, so it might not be the end of the world. Obviously, Warrior's much stronger unit.
This map has been... The 1v1 version of this map, I would say, has been compared a lot to Dead Sea, which is a classic The Beginning map, perhaps not one that Erode has played a lot of, but focuses on a style of building that is very anti-earthquake, and more importantly, it focuses on large volumes of warriors. Now, I think Erode has noticed that, but too late. And the reason I say that Erode has noticed that is because they are currently working on 4 warrior training huts. They've got 2 in the main base and also 2 more down their side strips. So they understand the importance of warriors, but unfortunately, I think it might be coming in too late as Yellow just comes on in with the tornado onto the warrior training hut. I think it was cast out of range, so yes, the warrior training hut is going to survive.
And let's not forget to mention that this map, sorry, the Avenger, has loads of gargoyles and totem poles, and you'd have to do some real research to know what all of these do on this very complicated map.
Why the hell does Erode have a flatten?
Why is he charged flatten? What is... Yeah, I don't know. He's going for a temple.
I did predict that if we go to this map, it would be the last bloody map. You know, that it would be incredibly shit. And I think it's delivering. These 2 players have played out of their mind in the first 4 games, but I think this is just a case of one person knows the map, the other guy doesn't.
Well, then does it favor preparation over non-preparation?
There's preachers. You said Red's going for a temple. There's already preachers in his base.
Oh my goodness. Well, that preacher didn't want to do anything. He just got punched.
Preacher didn't want to tell a story, so he's in a fist fight. Now, preachers do have more health than a brave, so they will actually beat a single brave in a 1v1 fight.
That's because they've got a book.
It's because they've got a book. You know, never underestimate the power of paper cuts. But 3 braves can beat the ever-loving heck out of the holy man.
Temple here. We might see a land bridge, perhaps. Flattened. Oh, there's no land bridge on this map. That's right. So
no land bridge. You can't charge land bridge, which I think is what the flatten's for. I think Erode wants to connect to Yellow's base. I don't think he realizes the gargoyles do that.
Well, he's managed to get the kill. He's lost his Fire Warrior trading hut though, but he's managed to get the kill again. He's 20 population behind at the moment. It's not the end of the world. He's got some warriors trained. He can use them to clear up the troops of Firestorm. As long as his shaman's alive, he can prevent the preachers from doing any serious damage. The issue is, if Firestorm goes, you know what? I'm going to take the stone head in the middle of the map and get a tornado every 17 seconds. Then it becomes a serious issue for him.
And if Firestorm somehow loses this game, it will be because he had the honor system to not take the 17-second tornado. Which anyone might put their hand up and say, oh, well, that's congratulating. But as tournament competitors, we'd say, well, that's just foolish. Win. Artosis of StarCraft fame has a saying that is sort of notorious in any RTS community now, which is, when ahead, get more ahead.
Makes sense.
It applies perfectly to just about any RTS, even Populous. You know, when you're winning, win more. There's no reason not to.
Flatten comes out now from Erode. What has he got? 2 tornadoes and 3 warriors. The land bridge from the gargoyles come across though. Firestorm's crossed over and he's got better spells.
The only advantage, and I am trying to be as impartial as possible, there's only 1 warrior training hut for Firestorm, and if a road gets in there and tornadoes it, the warriors are going to cease for a while. So even though there's a huge population disparity, one player having access to warriors and one player not is a big difference.
Well, I think that was the warrior hut that went down there, and the fire hut's been damaged. The preacher hut is still available, but the population difference is very dramatic right now. Population of warriors is in favor of Erode, almost 3 times the amount there. Let's get a couple of preachers as well, so it's going to be a very troop-heavy battle right now. I'm curious to see what comes of this, because Erode is sending volumes of men into the heart of Firestorm's base, while Firestorm is focusing on his ability as a shaman to take out these warrior trading huts. You know, the populations are very different, but you really get a sense that like there's a chance here for Erode not to lose this game, but he is losing his warrior huts at the same time. Earthquake as well on the other one.
Both of those priests getting killed by a warrior is huge. 2 more preachers decided not to tell a story and instead just dying to a single warrior.
Yeah, Yellow Shaman goes down to the troops as well, and the population's only 20 difference now. A lot of damage here being done.
40 difference, and now it's 20. You know,
a lot of damage here being done. A lot of damage. The base of Firestorm is not that great. If you look here, they've only got the 1 warrior hut here for training. They're training quickly now. He needs to get them trained. The warriors are going to make their way over there. The shaman's coming along now as well. This could swing in the favor of Erode, but again, Firestorm does have that central position there, and he's built a warrior up there as well. So, he's got tons of huts in the middle, tons.
We wrote Erode off, but this is a phenomenal attack.
Oh, he's been picked up by his own tornado.
The push,
and he's died. But the warriors could still do damage.
Warriors can still do damage. And while the Red Shaman's dying, there's probably going to be a good chunk of dismantling going on right now, which is, you know, going to get that population back up. We're going to see probably more warrior training huts go down because they've all been taken out. You know, the one thing Yellow did do there was take out every single warrior training hut possible. Yellow up to 3 warrior training huts of their own, so the influx of warriors is going to be challenging, but Red does have access to a temple. And that's the one difference of this map with Dead Sea. Yep. Dead Sea does not have preachers turned on.
Yeah, you get 20 warriors coming out your base and you've got 3 preachers. You're happy.
Exactly. So we'll have to see fire warriors, a couple of fire warriors in one of the small huts there.
Such a massive map is Temple at Upsa. Very unknown to these players, very unknown to our viewers, very unknown to us as casters. We felt like Firestorm had a commanding lead. He still does population-wise. Spell-wise, though, he's got no spells charged. It's actually Erode that has 3 tornadoes. Is he going to tornado that temple? Doesn't want to. He's not afraid of the preachers. Doesn't care about the preachers.
I think it's smart for Erode to not use spells on that temple. We'll see whether that remains the same as if the temple is actually getting used. So, to completely disprove what I was saying, the reason why I felt it was smart to not use things on that temple is because the temple is so exposed. You could just take that out with population. But now that it's being used, that might change. And what was once exposed may then become very damaging. Oh, lightning!
Oh, crucial.
Oh,
Brilliant lightning. But the
blast
blast was great as well. Can Erode mop up these warriors, though? What's he got in defense? He's got 2 warriors, 1 fire warrior, and 3 preachers. He needs to bring those preachers over right now. The warriors are going to destroy his population. A lot of warriors from Firestorm. 21 trained warriors from Firestorm. That's a lot of warriors.
Priests once again not stopping to talk. Priests in 1.5 are shit. As much as I have been hyping up this version, priests in 1.5 are just garbage. 9 times out of 10, they don't stop to tell their story and they just get into a fist fight with someone.
This guy can't tell his story enough. Oh, that's terrible. That's an absolute bug there. That's horrendous. That preacher didn't do anything. Oh dear. Maybe 1.3 beta's better.
I think we hyped up Erode a little bit too much, and now the damage is being done. The 3 warrior training huts are starting to pump out. Too many warriors. We need to see some preachers stop these boys. But the yellow shaman here hunting priests. I think we will be seeing GG very soon.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that such a map does end up being the 5th and final decider between 2 mammoth.
It could have been
players.
banned.
Could have been
You know,
banned.
it could have been banned. Erode banned Fensalir, which I get it's not a fun map, but it's
Not crazy as this.
more normal than this. You know, you could have banned this and then played Fensalir, and at least you would have seen a more even game out of it, right?
Yeah, more traditional, definitely.
You know, you can't blame Firestorm's ban. Firestorm banned the shitty Gabba map that I can't even remember what it's called.
Days of Thunder.
That's
And
the one.
I think that is a bit just judging by Erode vs Swarm. That was a more entertaining map than this one. This one had potential. I do believe this had a potential, but I feel like Erode's coming to this map unprepared, and maybe even Firestorm wasn't that prepared, but he was just more prepared, and he knew.
I played a 2v2 on Days of Thunder a couple of days ago, and it was just as underwhelming as the 1v1.
Yeah, maybe Invisible Cup 3 we design maps specific just for the tournament. How good would that
Oh,
be?
you volunteering to make 7 maps, are you, Craig?
All this donation you've got, you commission some. What was that noise?
Unfortunately, Twitch takes 50% of it.
You teach COBOL, you earn thousands of pounds a month, you can do it.
You're not supposed to out me like that.
You've been outed. You've been outed.
I'm also amazed you remember.
I'm good. I can remember how to type love and floofing. I can remember everything.
Unfortunate that we're going to see Erode drop out of the tournament. I genuinely did want to see Erode win this.
Really?
I genuinely thought, had it not been for this map, the existence of this map, they could have.
Yeah, I do think we've seen 2 phenomenally matched players here. Had we had a more...
Dare I say, I think after the games we watched, I think Erode was the better player and that Firestorm was just more prepared. Which you could also argue, you know, the more prepared.
Yes, yeah,
is
that should
better,
not go over. That should not be overlooked, because being prepared for a tournament is part of the parcel of being a good tournament player.
Yeah, 100%. But I think Red can lose this match with their head held high, because they've shown that when it came to the beginning and other maps, they know how to play.
Yeah, they won on Pressure Point, Face Off, and Blade.
And more importantly, they won on Face Off from a position that everyone in the chat was writing off. When they fell into that position of losing mid and being like 20 pop behind, everyone was going GG. And then they won that game.
I'm serious. Whoever these two players are, you get them, and whatever we do, either you or people in this community, get them together. Let's do a best of however many games and a good number, and let's find out who's the better player. Right? No, you can do Pressure Point twice. You can do Creators twice, different different size, Face Off twice, other maps. Just to see the better player. The GG has come in from a road. He calls the GG, he surrendered. And Firestorm is the victor. He is the champion of Invisible Cup 2.
Congratulations, Firestorm. Commiserations, Erode. I think Erode can walk away from this tournament with their head held high. They gave us some of the best games we have ever had in a grand final, and this lack of preparedness for Temple at Uppsala, yes, it's a part of the tournament to be prepared, but I would not feel ashamed about how you performed in this tournament. You have absolutely crushed it. The games that we have watched have been phenomenal. The Blast Duel in the first game was probably the best Blast Duel I've ever witnessed in my time in the community. It was absolutely phenomenal. Both players, well done. Congratulations, Firestorm. Commiserations, Erode.